Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
We've got Justin in the booth. Say, where's Rob, Justin?
Where is Rob, Justin?
I
No
don't
one
know
knows.
where Rob is, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's provocative. I mean, don't you live with them? You probably know.
He was at home when I left.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's all right. That's all right.
But
It's Justin's
who knows
time
where
to
he's
shine.
gone now.
Yeah.
He could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere. Could even be at home.
Could be in Zawatenejo.
He's not here. That's
Yeah.
one. We know for a fact he is not in this room.
Yeah, that's all we can tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll pop in, maybe he won't. No one knows. It's provocative.
Oh, what up, Rob? No, just kidding. That's not it.
But for today, Justin will be taking your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. So we are going to do a Ross Day today. This is the show that we had planned for last Thursday. Unfortunately, I was a little under the weather that day, but everything is fine now. And so we're just picking up where we left off. This is going to be some of my favorite Grand Prix deck lists, though as I was going through my Grand Prix history, I saw a lot of Legacy and Limited, which didn't really want to feature. So there is another SCG Open deck at the back end of today's show, but a couple Grand Prix deck lists to start.
Excellent. Excellent.
Opening up here with...
We should have played some limited decks. Just if you could find your limited deck, just shuffle them up against someone you played,
I'm sure I could find... both Grand Prix decks, and both my top 8 deck lists in those Grand Prix were they weren't great, but they were solid. Nobody liked my deck in Dallas, which was Origins Limited, but I knew it was good.
God, Origins Limited sucked, right? Wasn't that the one where it was just like 2-drop creatures that were always busted? So like if you were on the play, like it was just a
Limited
really
was great.
Wasn't it just a really aggressive format? Probably perfect for you, huh? Yeah.
It wasn't on the level of like Zendikar or Magic 2012, the Bloodthirst core set.
Yeah.
But it was pretty aggressive, and the big thing was the Renowned. So when you connected the creature, got a counter on it.
Oh, yeah. It was really snowball-y, I think. And a lot of people didn't like that because you didn't have a lot of agency over your game if your opponent had like a 2-drop, 3-drop Renown start. You know,
mulligan aggressively, make sure you curve out, and creature sizing ended up being really important.
That's why I didn't like that format. You had to mulligan. Ugh, yuck.
The card that we had that I think everyone else underrated, the testing team for that Pro Tour, which was in Vancouver, actually where the Vancouver Mulligan started, was Veteran Sidearm. So 2-mana equipment, equips for 1, and gives +1/+1. And, in order for Renown to be good, +1/+1 had to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
and so
it was.
You just
creatures,
you just got to Renown all your creatures, basically.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of like power toughness differentiating. It was like a lot of 2/2s, 3/3s, so the pumping at 1 was like actually pretty effective.
So all your stuff got to trade up, and then your attacks were way better than theirs, and then your blocks were better too. It was great. All
kinds of good stuff. And remember everyone, this is the last 2 shows. This is the last week of Versus Live. Can you believe it?
Yeah. It's been... We've had the announcement for a while. We've had some time to come to terms with it. The weekend I spent crying in the corner is over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and just now before the show went live, I'm glad you pulled it together. But, if anyone can see the table behind us, he was just under their fetal position weeping. But we got him back here just in time. That's one thing Ross Merriam can do. Be camera ready. Yeah, that's a gift of yours. Yeah.
Some of us have it, some don't. I'm going to be starting off with Selesnya Tokens here. This was the deck that was very popular and very successful, almost historically so. Its numbers were incredible during the 3 months between Shadows over Innistrad and Elder's Moon.
The Pro Tour was before this, right? So where Steve Rubin won?
So this Grand Prix, the list comes from Grand Prix New York, which was actually in New Jersey. I remember they announced Grand Prix New York, and I was so excited because we hadn't had a major Magic tournament in New York City.
I mean, it's got to be because New York is expensive as hell, right?
But it's super fun, and you can get around everywhere with the subway.
Yeah.
And I was excited to have a Magic tournament there, and then they were just like, oh, no, actually, it's Grand Prix New York, but it's in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I cannot tell you how mad I was. Furious.
I mean, honestly, I'm just mad that the one GP I won was GP New Jersey, and the fact that they didn't put GP New York. That would have just been cooler to see on a plaque. Wow, never lucky. Never lucky.
Yeah, I guess so. This would have been in, this was like first week of May. That Pro Tour was second week of April, third week of April, something like that. So this was very shortly after the Pro Tour.
Cool.
And Steve Rubin won with Selesnya Tokens. The deck got less aggressive over time. So if you look at Rubin's list, they're playing, and a lot of people on his team played it, 4th Thraben Inspector in the deck.
Yeah.
Which is, a solid card in the deck. You're playing
You
Nissa.
cut Thraben Inspector?
Well, everyone did.
I mean, you're not everyone. You're a thriving aficionado, you know? So
the big innovation that came over the next couple of weeks was Lamholt Pacifist as a 2-mana 3/3 that just combines really well with Dromoka's Command. If you put the counter on the Pacifist, then you have a 4-power creature, which is what you need for it to be able to attack.
See, I think this was right before like Bant Humans became really good with that, because that was my intro back into Magic, was to queue for PT Honolulu, you know, and I played that Pacifist, Dromoka's Command, Collected Company style deck. So it must have been around the same time, huh? I'm terrible at like what time of the year or what year we were playing these kind of decks. But
the Bant Humans deck was over the summer after Eldritch Moon.
Okay.
That was competing with the Emrakul decks and the Elder Deep Fiend decks.
Oh yeah.
And
that probably wasn't great for these green-white decks.
It was those Eldrazi that really put the kibosh on Celestia tokens. But during these 3 months, there really wasn't anything that went over the top of you.
Yeah.
And so this deck got to have a very strong early game and still be somewhat aggressive with Sylvan Advocate, Gideon, and Nissa.
Yeah.
But those Planeswalkers combined with Westvale Abbey and Evolutionary Leap out of the sideboard and a bunch of other things gave you a really strong late game. So it was a very versatile mid-range deck. I ended up going X3 in this Grand Prix, which got me like 25th because it was gigantic.
Oh, okay. I was going to say X3, that's usually good for top 8 or barely missing on breakers and stuff, right?
Yeah, not in this era. There was like a 2-year span where every Grand Prix was 10 million people.
Well, New York's a popular place. So,
so I'm going to be playing against the winning list from that Grand Prix.
I just want to say one thing before we talk about this is it makes sense that the decks kind of went big for this because when you see, and then this is just a fun thing to look at, when you see a deck like this that's like really popular, wins the Pro Tour, then it just becomes an arm race, right? You're trying to go bigger than it until they get so slow and clunky that a deck goes under them. You know, and that kind of seemed like what it was, except, of course, Emrakul, went a little bit bigger than everything.
And Michael Majors actually made the top 8 of this Grand Prix playing a build of tokens that had main deck Tragic Arrogance and main deck Evolutionary Leap, went even bigger, which are sideboard cards in my list, which was pretty stock for the time.
Mm-hmm.
But his list was even more controlling. So you saw that evolution as the metagame went on, and then it became sort of split. Some people played a little bit more aggressive. Some people played the somewhat more controlling builds.
Okay. And this was Orzhov Control from Seth Money Manfield, right?
Yeah, won the tournament with it.
Shocking, Seth winning tournaments. Yeah, it seems like it's, it might have a little bit of trouble with Planeswalkers, but Black-White, like, this was still just a very strong deck, too.
Yeah, it's a bit of a clunkster.
Wow, I have so many dual lands back then. The mana base seems even better now better back in the day here than we have in Standard or Historic.
I will be on the play here. I have no dual lands, but still a keepable hand.
Okay, I'll keep as well. It's not amazing.
I'll play a Forest and pass.
Okay. I have a Shambling Vent, and I'll pass to you.
I will hope you don't have a spell, because I have a Lamholt Pacifist.
Oh, yeah, it's just, it's the same as Day and Night, basically, right?
Yeah.
It's just the prequel to that. Well, luckily for me, I do have a spell, and I'll be transgressing your mind.
Oh, that is the exact spell I did not want to see.
Oh,
I was hoping if Corey had a spell, it would just be a removal spell on the Pacifist.
Yeah, it's a removal spell for your Gideon or Nissa.
Yeah, otherwise I would have rather played the Sylvan Advocate in hindsight.
Sure.
I figured there would be a removal spell coming.
Well, I would like to take the Gideon that I know you're going to draw in a couple of turns, but...
yeah, I can only take the Avacyn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, thank God, because I had no idea what I was going to take. Pass to you.
Well, I guess I will continue playing Lamholt Pacifists and...
Hope I don't play a spell?
Yep.
Otherwise, it just can attack, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Gotta have a 4-power creature.
Cool. I'm going to play the classic Read the Bones. I can't believe that this was a playable Magic card. And it was good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, speaking of good, maybe I only want one of these. Yeah, I'm just going to take this card, bottom this one, and then draw another one, and that's perfect. Pass to you.
Oh, that's a good draw.
Gideon!
I will play Canopy Vista.
Okay.
I will play Dromoka's Command, put a counter on a Lamholt Pacifist, and have you sacrifice an enchantment.
Sacked.
I will attack for 7.
Oh, if you have one, they can both attack,
huh?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Brings you to 11, and play a Sylvan Advocate.
All right, that's pretty good.
Pass the turn.
That's pretty good. Well,
I'd like to have an Archangel Avacyn for next turn.
I have one play here, and that's get rid of this, take one,
Brings
Go to
you
10, and that's just so they don't flip. And then I'll play a duel that should gain me a life, I feel, but it doesn't. And then I'll pass to you.
That was too powerful.
Yeah, do good, do good.
I will attack you for 2.
Okay.
Go to 8.
8.
Pass the turn. This transforms.
Okay. And it will be bigger next turn, right?
If I have a land.
If you have a land. All right, Wrath. Pass to you. No Archangel, no Archangel.
If I had it, I would have played in
Yeah,
response
that's
to the
what I
Wrath, and you'd
figured.
be dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead, I have land 6 and another Advocate.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. All right, now my hand is absolutely obscene, and I will start with this, kill that, and pass to you.
Lands go.
All right. Was that a deck where you always wanted to play the lands and not bluff kind of thing, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just generally do that anyway.
Yeah, okay, I'll go to 7.
Yep.
Draw. What does this card do? Yeah, I guess that seems pretty good. I will play Sorin. Like, what on earth does this 6-mana
I lose
Planeswalker?
life to the... Yeah.
I like.
When you plus and draw cards, I lose life.
Okay, so plus, reveal the top card of your library, get Gideon.
I go to 16.
Okay, past you. And yeah, being able to deal X damage and gain X life is pretty insane.
Okay. I will play Oath of Nissa.
Okay. Did you brick?
Interesting. I did not.
I Oath of Nissa not too long ago on my stream chat, and I hit 3 Oath of Nissas. The odds of me doing it were like outrageous. It was a good time. You're dead.
You have 5 cards in hand?
6.
6.
1 Gideon that you know about. Then to be fair, the rest of my hand actually is kind of not great.
Well, I've got 2 options here.
Okay.
One is a sort of take it and hope kind of card that could just steal the game immediately.
Okay.
At least steal the game next turn, I guess.
Okay.
And one gives me a little bit more grinding capability.
Okay.
But I do not
trying
think
to
I'm-
grind the Planeswalker deck. Probably not
Yeah.
great, huh? This is just like an Orzhov Super Friends deck, huh? This is kind of cool.
Yeah, but if I brick on this card, I basically have a 3-outer.
Yeah. Yeah, this is when I was about getting, like, watching Brad in the top 8 kind of reignited the fire. And it was starting to, like, play leagues here and then. But I wasn't fully back to playing Magic yet.
Okay, I'll take the Hangerback Walker.
Hanger.
Thought about
okay.
taking an Avacyn, and I could
Okay.
play it on end step. Hope you don't have a removal spell. Oh, that's what that card does?
Yeah.
I thought that was a like discard card.
No, yeah, that's a removal spell on a land. So.
Yeah, so I guess you would just hold up mana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just take the Hangerback and play it for 3.
Okay. Pretty good.
Pass the turn.
And they become flyers, right? So I don't
Yeah,
really
Doctor
want to,
tokens.
like, go ham on that or anything. So I guess I will tick up,
You go to
draw,
6.
and I am going to deal this 2, gain 2.
Go to 8.
Just trying to gain life here. I have such an advantage in every other way that I just want to make sure I don't die. All right. Then I'm going to take... Oh, no, I guess I don't have to take any to do this. I'll play that Gideon. I'll make it 2/2. And I used all my Planeswalkers. Then I'll play land and I'll pass to you. Got a good one?
Not good enough.
Yeah. My hand is pretty busted at this point.
Set a draw that was filled with a bunch of 1-for-1 creatures.
Yeah.
And Corey curved out pretty perfectly.
Yeah, and if you had like an Archangel or a Gideon at certain spots, I was dead. You know, like when you had that aggressive start. Because even Gideon, just get rid of it, emblem is pretty nice with pacifists too. It's crazy Gideon was so expensive and so awesome, but then just fell off the map so quickly.
Guess I will just play this Nissa and make a plant.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. All right. I will draw. We'll kill Nissa. Go to 12. Deal 4 to it.
That was on 5.
Yeah. Yep. I ticked up to 7, ticked down to 5.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, is that hand good? Is that hand good? You want to do 2 pre or what do you want to do? It's your day, so you pick.
Well, these games are probably going to go long. Let's get to sideboarding.
Okay. Sounds good. We are going to take ourselves a short little break. We'll be right back with sideboarding here on Ross Day from Grand Prix. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Selesnya Tokens and Orzhov Control. On my side of things, still trying to figure out exactly how I want my removal configured. I have a little bit too much of it, really, and I wish I had some that just answered Planeswalkers directly. So maybe I'm just supposed to have more.
You just need
threats
some
in
like
my deck.
Oblivion rings, huh? Do you even, was that a thing? I feel like Oblivion rings been everywhere, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure there was some effect like that. And I do have the one quarantine field, which is
fair,
nice.
Fair.
But I see Secure the Waste, Westville Abbey, Evolutionary Leap, all excellent against heavy removal strategies. So they're all definitely coming in. I want to get my Dromoka's commands out. They don't really do a whole lot in the matchup. You do have some creatures I want to answer. Kalitas, Secure the Waste making tokens, Westvale Abbey, can if that ever transforms into Ormondal can be a problem.
Well, I have Westvale too. Oh yeah, I think I have 1.
So I'm going to leave in some Declaration in Stones. Let's go with 3 Deck in Stones. I'm going to leave in 1 Lambhole Pacifist. I'm sure that wasn't what I did back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's been a very long time.
Absolutely.
Almost 6 years since this tournament. So
That's fair.
We'll see how this goes.
I'm pretty much sideboarding at random because, I did not play at the time, but it makes sense that your scariest permanents are actually your non-creature ones. Evolutionary Leap is a very scary card, like you were saying, so a couple Duresses, if I can get them on turn 1, would be great. And then Transgress on turn 2 to either get Nissa or get in seems like what I really have to be doing. And then Kalitas against any kind of mid-range deck has been historically pretty good. Admittedly, you have a lot of tokens, so that's not as good, but, still plenty fine. Gonna take out some Read the Bones on the draw. Hollowed Moonlight just isn't good enough. This was a card that was excellent against like Collected Company. But hit Secure the Waste, that's just a counterspell that draws a card. It's basically Remand kind of, But and then I'm taking out one of my own, Secure the Waste, and Obnixilis because, well, I don't know. So here we are.
This all seem like cards that are liabilities when you're behind.
Yes, exactly. Definitely trying to just hedge the fact that I don't fall super far behind, not bringing in all the Kalitases because my game plan is going to really be like hand disruption, kill a creature, and then like wrath the board. Do exactly what I just did in that last game. Try to make sure you don't have a Planeswalker that hits the battlefield. You don't have an Avacyn to blow out my Wrath, and then answer your stuff on a 1-for-1 basis after that. This feels like a Seth Manfield deck. Like a deck that's just, just a grindy, slow deck that doesn't even look that good, but yet Seth wins with it because he wins with all kinds of decks like this.
I agree.
Seth wins with ham sandwiches, in case anyone has ever not watched Seth play.
I will keep this hand.
Yeah, me as well, but it needs a little bit of help.
Okay. Lead on Forest Oath.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to see.
Uh-oh.
Basic Plains.
Okay.
You're up.
I have a Shambling Vents, and I'll pass to you.
I will play Plains and Sylvan Advocate.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. I will play Transgress the Mind.
Well, unfortunately for you, I have 2 of my 3 drops.
Dang it!
So need another basic for my Vista.
Oh, wow.
To get this nice little curve.
I'm dead. Okay. I guess I have to just hope to top deck a way to deal with Nissa, and then, try to go from there. Archangel is scary as well, but I don't think I have the luxury of playing around that. So, let's take one of these, and you know what? I'll just take both, though. That'd be easier. Then I'll pass to you. That just enters the battlefield tap. Oh,
unless I have 2 basics.
Okay.
It's Battle Land. Okay. So I'll play my Canopy Vista, play my Nissa, gonna make a plant here.
Okay.
Set up for a double negative the next 2 turns and attack with Advocate.
Okay.
You're at 18.
18. Done.
Pass the turn.
Get a good draw. Ooh. That was not it.
I assume Corey's hand is Landlight if he played Westvale Abbey on turn 2, but...
Shut up. But you're right. It sure
There are some weird
is.
lands in this format, so you could have just an ETB tapped land here.
Yep. But instead I have no lands, so I'm in a lot of trouble. So I think I will just take a peek at your hand again.
Oh, I drew a land, so you got my Avacyn.
Take that, and I'll pass to you.
That was a draw.
Gideon? Because I'm dead if that's Gideon.
I will minus this Nissa
Okay.
and attack you for 4.
All right, I'm at 14.
And rather than take any sort of risk with this Oath, I'm just going to play Fortified Village tapped and cast my Evolutionary Leap
That's a good one.
so I can hold up a mana.
That's a good one. All right. Still not amazing here. But I'm going to go with a Duress on that Oath. And I'll pass to you.
Okay. Attack for 4.
All right, I'll try to kill that.
I will sacrifice it to Evolutionary Leap.
Yep.
And we get a creature. Man. Okay, another Sylvan Advocate.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh, this removal spell did not accomplish what I wanted it to.
So you take 1.
Yep.
Brings you to 13.
13.
I've got a Westville Abbey, which is pretty cool. Let's plus Nissa, make another plant.
Okay.
Play this Sylvan Advocate. Still have a green up for Leap, and pass the turn.
All right. Well, we got to get in. Try our best here with this, and I'll pass to you.
Yeah, I'm currently...
Currently can't kill it down. You can
Yeah.
put it to 1. So this is the only turn where Gideon is, like, decent.
And this plant has a... I guess if you want to eat this plant when I attack... So if I minus Nissa, if you want to eat this, then your Gideon's going to die. So
Yeah.
that's not going to happen. But
It's a chump block. And I guess if you get a land, then you can for sure kill it.
no, I mean you just chump block the Advocate.
Isn't it all your creatures?
No, it's just the Advocate and land creatures.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Yeah,
thank
it
God.
pumped creature lands.
Okay, cool.
Which I don't have any of because this transforms into Ormondal. It's no
Yep.
longer a land.
Yep.
So now the question becomes for me whether I want to sack this plant, the O1 plant on the end step.
Yep.
Could find like a Hangerback Walker, which would be great. I kind of want to just draw a land next turn
Yeah.
and get this Advocate up to a 5/6 with the Nissa minus because that checks Corey's Gideon.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be activating that +1 ability for a while. I will be doing some blocking.
Yeah, I actually think I want to sacrifice this because I'd also
Okay.
like to find a Hangerback Walker.
Wow, Jeremy Knoll helping you out. Not cool. It's
There's
top
a Hangerback
5,
Walker.
huh? Is it just
No, it
top
just
5?
goes to you get a creature.
Oh, okay. I remember playing with some Leap, but
Yeah.
I didn't play with a ton.
You just always hit.
Okay, fair.
There's not a lot of actual creatures in the deck, so you basically it's just like Sylvan Advocate, Hangerback Walker, Archangel Avacyn.
Yeah, so you're gonna hit
Basically
one of those. Yeah, okay. Cool. Hate it.
Okay, so that's cool. That's the land I wanted.
All right.
And I think rather than playing the Walker on 3, I'd play it on 2, so I
And
can
you
leave
still
up
get
Leap.
it on 3.
Yeah, so let's play Walker on 2, minus this Nissa,
Okay.
and send both creatures at Gideon.
I will do the only block that keeps my Gideon alive.
Gideon goes to 2, and then I'll pass the turn.
Alrighty. I will make it 2/2. And yeah, your turn.
Okay. So now I could sack Hangerback Walker and potentially set up Ormondal here. I don't know if you really have answers to Ormondal.
Hundreds of them in this deck. I am very well versed to that.
So, yeah, let's do that.
All
That
right.
seems fun.
Yay!
I'll get 3 Thopters.
And you get to leap.
Yeah, and then I will resolve the Leap activation.
Okay.
That'll get me an Avacyn. Also a
Yay.
good card with Evolutionary
Just a
Leap.
good card. You could have
Yeah.
just said just a good magic card.
And I guess
It's a 9/7 on the backside, right? I guess I can look, but
So untap plus my Nissa, get a plant.
Okay.
Then let's make some attacks first so I can deal with the Gideon.
Okay.
So I'll send all 3 Thopters at Gideon and these 2 at you.
Okay.
And I just have Abby activation up and Avacyn.
So that is a 2/3 plant, huh? All right. I will secure the waste for 3. Very effective.
Yeah. You get 3 of these
Okay.
warrior tokens.
Then I will block like that and take 5.
Yeah, I'll deal with the Autumn Burchett token there.
Okay.
So
I'm down to 8.
you're at 8, and I will pass the turn.
All right. Untap, draw, and yeah, can't really do anything, so I'll pass to you.
End step, I'll play this Avacyn.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Sure. Things are going great over here.
Another land, which is cool. Let's plus make another plant.
I'll respond to that. I'll grasp this.
The Avacyn.
Yep. Sure, you'll leap into another Avacyn,
I'll
but
sack it.
yeah.
Get a Hangerback Walker.
Okay. Yeah, Evolutionary Leap was messed up against this
yeah.
deck.
And now I don't think you have an answer to Ormondal, and you're at 8. So I will just sack the plants and the Thopters and transform this.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Yeah, and just that leap really got under me. The double Nissa thing, too. I really needed you to not have 2 of those. Because Nissa did work that game. Yeah.
I had a strong opening curve through your turn 2 piece of interaction, and then followed it up with Evolutionary Leap, which is just a messed up card.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, man. One of the... Oh, I guess, I already had my... We already did my GP day. Yeah. One of the decks that was like the 4th deck for my choosing was Green-Black Constrictor. When you got to play with Nissa and stuff, it was like on the end of Nissa. You know, Nissa was about to be rotated out, but wow, that was a fun deck too. When you could go turn 1, I don't even know if there was a 1-drop creature. I think there probably wasn't. But turn 2 Constrictor, turn 3 Nissa, and then you put 2 counters on everything. It was disgusting.
Nissa, make a plant on tap, play 2 more creatures minus.
Yes.
Your battlefield is gigantic.
Exactly. And then you have Verdurous Gear Hulk to follow that up too. Like, that was a fun deck. But that was in a time when Teamer Energy could have been played. It's just people hadn't figured it out yet. And that deck destroyed. It got destroyed by Teamer Energy badly. Glorybringer was not a Winding Constrictor's best friend. I'll tell you that.
Glorybringer, you had Harness Lightning.
Yeah, Chandra. You know, like they just literally picked you apart. You beat those Constrictor token-based decks by just killing a creature every turn, and then the deck was very bad. It was a snowbally deck, you know?
Yeah.
Played against zombies in the finals of that, where that also got destroyed by Teamer Energy. Yeah, that format was sweet up until Teamer just destroyed everything.
I mean, every single new set that year, people would start playing non-energy decks for like a month, and then somebody would figure out the right way to build an energy deck, and it would be the best deck.
Yep, exactly. And so we just realized, energy is just a completely obscene mechanic, you know?
It was just that energy was the most flexible. It had the best mana, and Harness Lightning was the best removal spell in the format.
Yes.
And so you just supplemented your good threats with great mana, Harness Lightning, and whatever other interaction you needed based on what people were playing. So it always took a couple weeks to figure it out. Because, if you didn't have the right interaction, then the powerful linear decks like Constrictor or something else would beat you. But in the end, energy was always the best.
In the end, it doesn't even matter, you know?
Yeah.
Linkin Park taught us well.
That has no lands.
I'll keep. This is a pretty good one. All right, looks like we got one more game, and then we can move on. Unless you want to stretch this. It's Ross Day. You do whatever you want.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. You got any questions over there?
I do have a question for Ross.
Okay.
Raph Spuden wanted to know, does Emma know you cut Thraben Inspector?
Okay. I am not the person that cut Thraben Inspector.
I mean, they're not in your list right now. And this is Ross Day.
That was not like
Elliot's
a
got
Ross
a good
innovation. it was, that was just what happened to the deck in the weeks coming. And because it started out being a much more aggressive deck once it has Thraben Inspector. So you had a lot of draws where you would go like turn 1 Inspector, turn 2 Sylvan Advocate, turn 3 Nissa, just minus immediately.
Yeah.
5 power attacking on turn 3, and then go from there. And it just got more and more controlling over time.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing here, and that's, a lot of it was just to win the mirror.
Yeah, sacking clues at any point of the first 4 turns did not seem like anything you want to be doing.
Yeah.
If you did that in this match, I'm like, all right, you got it. Yeah.
And there was some, there was some need to actually, beat some of the aggressive decks that existed in the early days of that format.
Yeah.
And those got pushed out by tokens, because tokens is very good against aggressive decks.
Yeah.
And, you needed to win the mirrors. You just needed more high-impact cards. And unfortunately, Thraben Inspector is not a high-impact card by itself.
I can't believe you just said that, and I can't believe there was no Thraben in this deck. I thought I knew you, but, coming down to the last 2 shows, I guess,
I've been lying to you this entire time.
You've been lying to me this whole time. I looked up to you, but now you're just a sham as far as this goes. Like next, you're gonna
chosen one.
You're gonna be saying that Whisper Squad was actually unplayable now, right? Like,
Whisper Squad was great.
Okay, all right. You're still in there. You're still in there.
Whisper Squad was so good with Priest of Forgotten Gods. It just always had things to do with the mana.
Okay, perfect. I thought we had an imposter in our midst or something.
Oh my god.
4.
I mean, I'm not going to go to 5 in a matchup like this, but this hand has very little chance of winning.
Okay. Well, I hope it has a non-creature in it.
Ugh. Let's just go to game 4.
What? No, you can't. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll pass to you.
Oh my god, go.
I'll transgress you. Your go.
Planes go.
Ross having a good old time. All right, I've read the bones. I will take this land, I guess. We'll take these 2, and then I'll pass to you. I'll go to 18.
Forest go.
Okay. I don't have a good follow. If I had a Gideon or something, we could pack this up, but I just have land go.
On your end step, I'll secure the waste for 2.
2, okay.
Maybe I should wait to do it, but I think I just need to keep top decking threats.
Yeah.
And if I draw, I got Nissa here.
Or a Gideon or something.
Oh, Gideon I can't cast.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, now I can.
Okay.
Both.
Sure.
Take a planes.
Okay. Now you really can cast it.
Yeah. Play planes, attack for 2.
I'll take it.
You're at 16.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
All right, I have the not-so-great play of Kalitas, since I know you have that card, but then I'll pass to you.
Yeah, I will...
I get a clue, right?
Yeah, you do get a clue.
Okay.
Deck and Stone that. Glad Deck and Stone does not Dromoka's command there.
Okay, yep, I think we need some clues, but we'll just use this for now.
Attack for 2. You're
14.
14. Pass the turn.
Okay, come on, land. I got a Sorin. All right, I'll take up to 7, reveal this, and you take 0.
Yep.
Pass to you.
Okay, well, I'll attack Sorin for 2.
Okay, it's down to 5.
Maybe I should play this differently.
Thank you, good sir.
Yeah, I'm actually going to play Gideon and Emblem.
Okay, and attack it down to 3.
Yeah. Corey probably just has a removal spell for it, so I'd rather get an Emblem than just get a 2/2 and trade for the removal spell.
Yep.
And this also gets the Sorin down to 3.
And you can kill it next turn if I have nothing.
Yeah. I can,
Done.
Yeah, I'm at least threatening lethal.
All
The
right.
shambling event makes that a little...
Does some shambling, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'll take up. Take 0. Then I will...
Yes, I can cast it like this. Bluff this Dromoka's command. That's
Of
not
course,
my hand.
of course. And then I'll
Seeing as I
play
boarded them all out.
Kalitas, and I'll play tap land and pass to you.
Both Kalitases.
Yep. Why bring in 3 when you only need 2, you know?
Well, I'll play Canopy Vista and pass.
All right. I will crack this clue. Draw. A draw. A draw. At least you're bricking on that, but...
Well, given that you needed lands, I don't think you're sad
Well,
drawing them.
I did not need them anymore. Once I hit 6, I'm good. I'll attack.
Yeah, got an ultimate price?
Yes.
Okay, I'm dead.
Okay. Well, doesn't it still make those indestructible?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you get a zombie off of this.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I double block. You
Okay,
sack
and
this.
then I'll kill that.
I mean, you could just sack the zombie. Keep
Yeah,
it
that
fully destroyed
too.
anyway.
That's fair. Yeah, my opener, the first 5 cards I saw was 3 lands, duress, transgress, read the bones. I was like, well, that's perfect. That's
Doing
absolutely
a good
perfect.
job of drawing cheap cards.
Yep.
Although
yeah.
I guess in game 1 I drew only them.
Then why did you cut Thraben Inspector? Okay, I mean, some things just write themselves, Justin. You get it, right?
Oh, that was beautiful.
All right, game 4. We'll do a best of 5 here. All right. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense that if you just like curve out I'm always left dealing with like the big planeswalker that leaves around something. And that is where you fall behind way too fast. And is if you stumble, I bet this deck is not forgiving. This deck was not forgiving to anyone who stumbled. But if you just played your not draw versus my not draw, you're going to win. It's kind of how control usually works, but. All right, game number 4.
See if I can have a nice little Sylvan Advocate Nissa Gideon curve.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Jesus Christ.
I think I'm gonna keep, but this is not a beautiful hand. I'll tell you that. This is not ideal. So far, every Ross day, your decks have just been just not agreeing with you.
I boarded in a land, too. I think by the end of the format, I was playing 26 along with most other people.
Yep.
Because
Hey.
the initial list said 25.
We always told our viewer-submitted decks that the only thing you should always do when you submit a decks to us is add a land.
But now I have
Always
26.
out of land.
'Cause
Yeah.
There was one on the sideboard.
Add another one. Add another one.
Okay.
All right, down to a premium 6.
This is a hand.
Okay.
Gonna put this one back,
Okay.
and I will lead on a tapped Canopy Vista.
Okay. Oh, I have a land, and I'll pass to you.
I will play a Sylvan Advocate.
Okay.
Pass turn.
I have a caves, and I'll pass to you.
Mush in for 2.
18.
Let's play a Forest and a Nissa.
No.
Make a plant and pass the turn.
Okay. All right, I will destroy Nissa. Pass to you. Yeah, Nissa leaving around a plant isn't the worst deal, but it's still a deal.
Oh, that's a tilt. Westville Abbey, play a 2/2 hanger back,
Okay.
and get in for 2.
All right, I will go to 16.
Pass the turn.
What to play here? I got a couple options. I'll for sure play a plains. 2 cards, probably one of them a Gideon you needed a plains for. And something else. Yeah, I think it's not ideal with hanger back, unfortunately, but I'm going to play a Languish.
Okay, I will get 2 tokens.
That worked that way, right? It wasn't the negative
No,
because
it's
it had
equal to
negative
the counters on it.
Okay.
It has,
Yeah, because it's like, what is it, like Grasp? It's like when a creature would die, you'd get a token equal to its power and toughness, but that wouldn't be the case because the counters would still be on there. It would just be a -2 or whatever.
Correct.
All right, past you.
I will attack for 2.
14.
I will play a Sylvan Advocate,
Okay.
and I will play a Fortified Village.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
So Gideon's coming next turn. All right. Well, I will take Gideon. And then I'll play land and Languish. I have to take a pain for that. And I'll go to 13 and I'll pass to you.
Oh my god. Go.
Not even the token maker. This deck is fun. I will take up.
Corey just uses all his mana up the curve to set to soar in every game.
Take 3. That's to you.
17. Oh no, that doesn't work against the Anguish Stun making. So I guess I'll just pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw a card. God, Seth Manfield's pretty smart. Take 6.
11.
This Seth Manfield dude is pretty smart. All right, I will play Kalidas. Then I'll play a Shambling Vent, and I'll pass to you.
I'll take 1, go to 10, I guess.
Okay. What does his ultimate do? Win the game? To the highest life total amongst all players. Not really. That's a pretty bad ultimate.
Yeah.
So it'd make 13 1/1s. I mean, that's still pretty good, but...
Yeah, I'm just dead.
Yep.
Needed a white source at any point on the first 4 turns of the game.
Oh, yeah. My opener was this and 4 lands. Really clunky, but I top deck Ruinous Path for 3 to play on something. And then on turn 5, drew the duress that it was, somewhat clear that you had Gideon or, just with how unlucky you usually are,
So you kept a horrible hand and drew perfects off the top.
Yeah, because mulliganing with these kind of decks, not a good idea. Not a good idea. This is a format where mulliganing was still frowned upon, so we love that. You want to go on to the next one?
No.
Okay. Salty Runbacks has been declared. It's Ross Day. We'll do whatever you want. We're going to stay on this one match and do a, a best 11 out of 20 here. All right.
Why would you tell me that you drew the Ruinous Path and the duress?
Why wouldn't I tell you? I mean, the equity on knowing I got lucky is what this show has been all about. You troll me by slow rolling me forever, and I troll you by keeping unplayable hands and getting rewarded. That's our thing, man. Did it take you to the last 2 shows to realize this? Ross is just actually hyped that the show is gonna be done. Oh.
Every hand I look at can't cast. The only hands that cast Gideon do nothing until turn 4.
Yes. I'll keep. Got any questions over there, Justin? Anybody else having as much fun as me?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of talk about Ross Day in quotation marks here.
Ross Day is just Corey Day in a hat. Let's get real.
Let's see. Nick Day mixes. Are you guys playing in Indy? And if so, what seats are you playing?
Yep, playing Indy. I think we're both modern, right?
We have not decided exactly.
Yeah.
I'm either Modern or Pioneer. I'm not playing Legacy. That I know for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly the same for me, but I'm like 90% Modern. We're throwing Ely for my team into Legacy, and me and Pete are kind of talking about it, but I'll pretty likely be Modern unless Pete really doesn't want to be like Pioneer, but same for you?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right, this one's pretty good. Tandy says Ross Day is just 3 Corey days in a trench coat.
Yes, it is. Oh, Tandy, we love you.
Canopy Vista, go.
3 Corys in a trench coat. Pass to you. That's good.
Fortified Village, go.
I will transgress your mind. That's a lot of Gideons.
It's the only thing you can take.
Oh, okay. Easy enough then.
Yeah, I'm right on time.
Yep.
I guess I will play a hanger back on 1.
Yep.
You're up.
Okay, I have a Caves, and I'll pass to you.
Nissa.
Very good.
Make a plant attack for 1.
Okay, I will go to 19.
You're up.
End step. What's the best way to do this? Yeah. Okay, end step, Anguish on making that.
You're at 16.
16, on tap. Go to 15, and I got to get in. And I'll make a 2-2, and I'll pass to you.
Go.
Yep. All right. I will make a 2-2. I'm just going to play defense. These have vigilance? Probably not.
No.
Okay. Then I will go like this and play Ob Nixilis and draw a card, lose a life. Go to 15, and I'll pass to you.
14.
14. I probably missed something somewhere.
took a ping up to cast Gideon.
Oh, okay. Pass to you then.
And so,
All right, so 14, 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, that plant doesn't have any power.
Oh, Deck and Stones deal with all of them, don't they? Oh, I kind of forgot about that.
Pass the turn.
So I should diversify a little bit, but I don't know if I really can.
You only have one token maker.
Huh?
You only have one token maker.
But I mean, I'm diversifying this as in like attack or do something different. Because if I just make a bunch of tokens, it's less than ideal. So yeah, I guess we'll tick this up.
You get a 13.
13 to 20. I'll play this. And I'll play Kalidas. And yeah, it's like, Gideon, do I want to make a token? I mean, now you have 2 targets, so it's actually somewhat reasonable. Yeah, and it is indestructible, huh? All right, I'll attack.
Block.
Past you.
Put some counters on these.
Okay. Didn't want to secure for the big old 2?
Nope.
Yep, that's fair.
This is effectively 2 1/1s anyway.
Yeah. This one's 3 1/1s in a trench coat. Gideon, right on time.
I guess I will deck and stone this Kalidas.
I'll respond. Yeah, I was gonna grasp one, kill the other with this, and then Wrath, and then just refuel the battlefield with more Gideon tokens. Would you like to play another one?
Nope.
We'll be taking ourselves a short little break to make sure Roth's mental health is in order over here, and then we'll be right back with round number 2. What do we got for round 2?
Decks.
We got 2 decks coming up, and we will see you right after the break. We love you. Goodbye. All right, everybody, welcome back to Ross Day on Versus Live, or aka Corey Day, in a trench coat. My name is Corey Baumeister.
I'm Ross Merriam.
All right, we got Justin in the booth. Say what's up, Justin.
What's up, Justin?
Justin will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and the burn. So make sure to tag at Star City Games, and he will get his favorite one sent over to us. We are walking down memory lane here for our final 2 shows, and if you haven't been watching the last couple weeks, we've really been going through our careers and looking back with some nostalgia and playing the decks that we've loved the most throughout the time that we've played Magic. And now we are playing Ross's decks in your successful GPs, or at least decks you loved.
Yeah.
So tell us about your deck for this one.
So this one's going to be Melirapod, the sort of the first deck that I played a lot of in Modern.
I'm gonna look at some of these cards.
This Grand Prix was 2014.
Okay.
Was like the last weekend of July, first weekend of August, something like that.
This looks like a Ross Merriam deck.
It was
wow.
It was Grand Prix Boston - Worcester, which means it was in Worcester.
Yes. It was just like your GP New York.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
And this was actually a tournament where I started 12-0 and finished 12-3.
Oh no!
Great. But Pod, I played it for at least a year.
So you just get to infinite combo with this, huh? And Seer, and then as well as you get Wall of Roots that just gets to add mana all the time, every single turn, and you don't have to put a counter on.
No.
Oh, can't. Oh, it's a Wall of Roots just doesn't work with this, huh?
No, because Wall of Roots puts -0, -1 counters.
Oh, okay,
Not
okay.
-1, -1 counters.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Yeah, so it's mainly with Kitchen Finks and Malira. That's you have 4 Finks, so you gain a bunch of life. You can use eventually tutor up a red cap to kill them.
Yeah.
But in this matchup, I might need to because you do have a way to win through a bajillion life in Inkmoth Nexus.
All right, poison ya.
Yes. So
I'm strapping Colossus hammers to it, right? That's the only thing I know that we do in Modern these days.
yes, that was definitely a card that existed in 2014.
Cool.
And Corey's gonna be playing old school Affinity. Back when they had Mox Opal and the deck was playable.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. This deck took a huge hit with Mox Opal, and to be fair, Mox Opal was not banned because Affinity was too good at the time.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It took Oko and Urza's blame for sure.
But for a long time, Affinity was just one of the tier 1 decks of Modern, and it was around for years and years and years. So this matchup was really important in that era because these were 2 of the most popular decks in the room. So that's why I chose it. This is also the matchup that I lost in round 14 and 15 of that tournament.
Lame.
So maybe a little bit of a chance of redemption, though. This is not the same list. I actually ended up losing to Frank Karsten in round 15, and then he got 9th.
Ooh, daggers. And your breakers were good enough that you would have been
no, because neither of our breakers were good enough, and that was because this was before they had event software that was good enough for large tournaments.
Oh, so they didn't do pair down.
So they had to split day 1 and then merge the tournaments after day 1, and whenever they did that, tiebreakers would reset. So the fact that I was 9-0 on day 1 did not have any impact on my tiebreakers at all.
Oh, brutal.
These are the things that happen to me in Magic tournaments.
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel like we've done this a lot over the last few weeks where, like, your stories are... Every time I give you, like, a record at a Grand Prix, you're like, yeah, you should have gotten, like, 10th, right? It's like, no, I was 30th.
Yeah,
it's like, you just have no idea what it's like, do you?
Yeah, and for me, it's like, my 2 winning ins for GP New Jersey, where there was only 2 good decks. I played against the one bad deck, the green-black Constrictor.
Didn't show up for some reason.
Yeah.
One of them just like started vomiting at the table, had to concede.
I mean, honestly, do you know my brother? I feel like there was a GP where he took 9th, but somebody got DQ'd from the top 8, and he just went into 8th.
I do remember that happening.
It's the FF freak luck. Yeah.
I'm over here just like so many times I've been the only table in the Grand Prix that can't draw.
Yeah.
Like the only X2s. I have to play it out.
I mean, honestly, as we saw from the last match, it seems like your MO with things. You should try not mulliganing. That's literally how you get it going. That's not a bad end.
I mean, I might keep.
You're gonna be going first, I imagine.
Ooh, no, I'm not. If I exchanged any of those lands for a single other relevant spell,
yes,
it would be a keep.
Well, I don't know what kinds of hands I'm supposed to be keeping with this. I could see that.
Fast ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a 1-drop. I have a 2-drop. I'll keep. I will keep. Yeah, this was another era that I just didn't really play. Modern, when it was at its most degenerate, when like Affinity was around and stuff, like Hollow One was, when that deck became popular, that was about when I got into Modern. And I was still just playing Tron because I didn't know, really how to play Modern whatsoever. Now it swiftly became my favorite format, and I love it. But
I played this pod deck so much that there was a local event I played where they did a top 8 deck check, and so I spent the last 20 minutes like sorting my deck to hand to the judges.
Yeah.
And when they handed it back to me, they were kind of spooked because I had handed them the deck in the exact order I had written it on my sheet.
Yeah.
So they like took my deck out and they're like, oh god, I gotta check a pod deck, so you gotta look for all the 1-ofs. But it was literally in the exact order, and I did that without looking.
Wow.
I just naturally would always sort my deck in the exact same way because I had done it so often.
Wow. In the meantime, when there was no digital deck list that you could submit, I was over here like, whenever I get a deck check, I was like, oh no. Not because I'm like, adding cards to my deck or anything sketchy like that. It's just my handwriting was so bad that I got so many game losses for just like, not writing a word clearly or forgetting a card or something. So, yeah.
Just slow down.
Yeah, but have you ever gone fast? It's fun. Now with the digital era, it's been a godsend for me. It's like I just copy and paste it from Magic Online. I don't get any game losses.
This is a reasonable hand, surprisingly.
Okay.
And I think I've got to put that one back.
Alrighty.
I will start by cracking Misty. I'm going to get Overgrown Tomb.
17.
And I will play Birds of Paradise.
The bird, okay.
Pass the turn.
And draw. I'll take 2 as well. I'll play Vault Scourge and an Ornithopter. And I'll pass to you. I hope this is fast, because that's kind of all I got. Pass to you.
So I get 17 to 18.
Yep.
Okay. Let's play Verdant Catacombs and Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. Oh, I will play Inkmoth and Ravager.
Ravager resolves.
All right, so I get a 1/1 token, and then I'll get in there for Bull. No way I'm gonna move counters over there. So
I will take 1.
okay, put you to 16, and I'll go to 19.
Yep.
Pass to you.
End step, I'll go to 15 to crack this fetch.
Okay.
And let's get a tapped Temple Garden.
Okay. What turn is this deck usually killing on? 4 or 5?
Oh, it was more of a mid-range deck that was going hard for the combo.
'Cause I'm just trying to evaluate how slow my hand is in comparison to what is the medium draw.
The Melira Pod deck was much more of just a value grind him out
Yeah.
deck that used the threat of the combo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Affinity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Affinity would kill on turn 4.
Turn 4. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I feel like Modern was a turn 3, turn 4 format for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't have Mox Opal, so now you're going to kill on turn 12.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I will
Mox
play
would've been
Linvala.
Okay. Activated abilities. Okay, so if I want to do something, I have to do it now, huh?
Yep.
Is it just creatures? Okay, so I can still equip stuff, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right, so I can still use the Mox. That's good.
Yeah, just creatures. Just shuts down the Ravager.
Okay.
You can even use Springleaf from still.
Excellent.
So once you animate a Nexus, though, you can't tap it for mana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah. And I couldn't use the ability again if I wanted. Not that that's super relevant.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play Cranial Plating.
Yep.
Equip over here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack for 7.
Yeah. I'll go to 8. You go to 27.
Yep.
Or no, go to 26.
Yep, 26. Okay.
8 to 26.
Then I'll pass to you.
Let's play Forest and a Noble.
Okay. I'm I have no idea what you could possibly have, but I imagine you want to have Pod in play. That's usually something that I'm guessing you're missing.
I will just pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. I'll play an Inkmoth. Don't think you have any Wrath style effects, but play another Ravager.
Sure.
And yeah, I'll attack.
Block with Linvala.
Okay.
4 damage, decay the plating.
I'll respond. I actually want to respond. It's a nice little 2-for-1.
Yeah. Corey clearly has Galvanic Blast here.
Yep. Yeah, alright, it all happens. I gain 1.
You gain 1. You go to 27.
Past you.
Attack for 5.
Okay, take it.
Brings it
22.
22. And then I will play Scavenging Ooze.
Pretty good. I'm regretting all my life decisions now. Let's see. Doesn't stop your creatures.
Probably wouldn't be in the deck if it did.
Yeah, no, that makes. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, that resolves.
Pass the turn.
All right. End step. I will Galvanic Blast. I guess Ooze.
I'll Resto and Blink the Ooze.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, everything is going south here.
Very happy Corey decided to target a non-angel so I could actually save it.
Yeah. Well, I had 2 Galvanics was the whole plan, and I was just trying to burn you out. So now if I attack like this, are you just dead if I attack with these 3? Whatever one you don't block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess you're dead, right? So if you're at 8. Is that how that works, right? If you block these 2, and I just sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would put 6 counters on here, right? And then I put 7 counters on here? Or 8 because of modular? I don't know how this works, to be fair. So I never Ravagered. How does modular work again? +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, you may put its +1/+1 counters on another creature. It doesn't add a counter, huh?
Correct. Well, so you're effectively going to get 1 extra by sacrificing 1 Ravager to the other.
Because if I sack this, then it would go to 3 here, right?
Yes.
And then this would go 4.
But it's still not lethal because I just block both Ravagers.
7.
If I block both Ravagers, then you get 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because then you never get to sack the Ornithopter. And the Ornithopter starts with a 1. So
Okay.
it does force me to block both Ravagers.
Okay.
And then you can, like, sacrifice one to the other and trade one of your Ravagers for either of these creatures.
Yeah. Okay. I will attack. And we'll see what's up. So, yeah, I will.
If I don't, I'm
I'll
exactly dead to both Ravagers.
sack, and then I will make a counter sack.
And you could just go like...
And I'm thinking if I just go 1, 2, 3, and then just make it a 4/4.
You could just sack one Ravager to the other and leave yourself with everything else and just deal with the use. That seems better to me.
Does it?
Because it just leaves you more options later on.
Sack one thing.
Yeah. Like you have to sack one Ravager to the other because they're both going to die. One's going to die unnecessarily. But then you just leave yourself with both Nexuses untapped and
I get the Overseer.
Yeah, and the Overseer and the Ornithopter.
Okay.
You literally just sack one Ravager to the other, modular onto itself.
Okay.
Now, so we've traded an Ooze for a Ravager.
That does seem a lot better, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Sorry, y'all haven't played this deck ever, so I don't know how to do it. So then I'll pass to you. Yeah, I feel like I screwed that up because I had double Galvanic Blast, so I could have just killed your Angel and then did that. But I was just thinking, I was like, what are you going to do if I just double Galv you, you know?
And then, then I drew the Ooze.
And then Ooze plus Angel was worst possibles.
So I'm at 8. This is a 3, 6, 7, 8. But then you can activate this.
Can definitely make it lethal next turn. Done.
Yeah, pass the turn.
Okay. All right. Cranial.
Yep.
I will equip here and attack with these two.
We're on 1, 2, 4, 6 artifacts. So you can activate here, make this a 7, and then move the Ravager over. You
Activate for 8 too.
Huh?
I can activate this to
yeah.
make it 8 too. Yeah.
So
2 lethal attackers as far as my count goes.
I will walk there and there.
I'll pass priority.
Okay, so
And pass to you. Upkeep. I don't think there's any reason to do it. Oh, yeah. Upkeep, I'll animate. But I'm not going to activate this yet. Because if I animate and then you kill this on the stack, then I don't get a counter. It's super minor, but...
you're up.
Okay, end step counters on these things. Still got a flyer, so I can't auto kill you. I guess 2 flyers. Guess if I equip or I go 2 to the air. Seven. Yeah, I can poison you, right? Like, exactly.
You can do well more than that.
Oh,
Ravager
really?
already has 4 counters on it.
Oh, yeah, I forget it modular's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never played Ravager. I really didn't. I started playing Magic. Wasn't it in Mirrodin? Wasn't that the original one for Ravager? Arcbound Ravager?
It was
or-
in Dark still, but Mirrodin block.
But close, right? Yeah. So I started playing an Onslaught. So, like that was the card that ran rampant then, but I was still playing 85 card decks, as a child. So I didn't really play the tier 1 decks at the time. So you want to do pre or you want to go to post?
We'll do another pre.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Justin, you got any questions for us?
I believe so.
Okay.
Gabo Trazel wanted to know, Ross, should Pod be unbanned, do you think?
Probably not, just because it's going to be such a combo enabler these days.
Yeah.
There's so many different clones and untap effects that I'm sure that
There's
Pod
something
plus any amount of
broken.
mana and a 1-drop is probably enough to kill.
Yeah.
I remember when
There's
I
like
played,
Renegade Rallier and shit now, right?
Yeah.
That really helps out with Pod.
Yeah, with Renegade Rallier plus the 2-mana 1/4 corridor monitor.
Oh, yeah, that untap something.
Yeah,
when it comes
just
to play?
yeah, so
You just
you-
untap Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go turn 1 mana creature, turn 2 pod, and let's say
Yeah.
they let you untap.
Yeah.
Now you go untap, tap the mana creature, sack it, get monitor, untap pod, sack that, get Renegade Rallier, return corridor monitor, untap pod. Then you can sack the Renegade Rallier, get
You can get a clone. I mean, you can definitely get a 4-drop clone.
we need to get up to then you just sack Renegade Rallier, get Restoration Angel, blink monitor, untap pod.
Yeah.
And then
5 to Kiki Jiki. But you need the resto to be in there.
then you sack the monitor, get Deceiver Exarch, untap pod, then you sack Resto, get Kiki Jiki, and you combo with Kiki.
Didn't we
Exarch.
see this? Wasn't there like a no banless modern where that deck got played?
Pod was not good at no ban modern.
Oh, okay.
Too many busted things.
Eldrazi, right?
It was Eldrazi and Miracles looked really good because Miracles
Really?
was good against Eldrazi with Terminus.
Okay.
I'm sure if you played the format long enough, more of a metagame would develop.
Yeah.
But Eldrazi was just such the obvious deck and was so good against the busted things.
Yeah.
That it was the most popular in the one open that they did.
Yeah, that just seems like another card. Like, people loved Birthing Pod, maybe the second most loved ban card in Modern next to Splinter Twin, but it's not going to create a fun, healthy metagame. There's not much to gain. Same with, Jite. Jite is a card that I agree with you can come off, but it's what are we really gaining? What kind of fun comes with Jite,
I guess that isn't actually a turn 3 kill. We got to find something faster because it requires 5 activations.
Yeah.
And that means you need 5 mana and you only have 4 mana on that next turn.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a way, I'm sure there's something we're forgetting about. There's Birthing Pod experts in the chat be like, ooh, let me show you. You actually do this.
You got to be able to do it within 4 activations.
Yeah.
With just a 1-drop. I'm not sure if that's exactly possible, but you'll get a lot of just turn 4 kills.
Yeah. Doesn't say. I mean, there's Culligan's commands in the metagame, and I was even playing Blue White Hammer the other day, which is awesome now, by the way, with Reality Chip. But even that, that deck can still kill on turn 3. Even turn 2, probably.
I will keep my hand.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep.
Razorwoods Thicket, Noble.
Okay. All right. I will go with Springleaf Drum, and I'll pass to you. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Woodland Cemetery, Wall of Roots.
Okay.
You're up.
I will go with Vault Scourge, take 2.
You're at 18.
And tap this for blue, and then soul this, and then pass to you.
Gavany Township.
Okay.
Let's play Spellskite and Kitchen Finks, putting a counter on the wall. Go to
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'll untap. Let's go with. I'll play Glimmer Void. I think that's pretty safe at this point. And I'll just play Master of Ethereum and attack for 6.
Block with the Finks, gain 2 when it persists.
Go to 24.
Yep.
All right, pass to you.
Play Misty, crack it, go to 23.
Okay.
I'll get a Forest.
I'm scared.
It's not great. I've got another Finks, go to 25, and a Malira.
Okay.
So I'm at 25.
Creature, you can't get poison counter. Well, that's a big deal for this.
The interaction with Inkmoth Nexus is very strange because it says your creatures lose infect, but because you're activating it and giving infect, it will have infect when you activate it, but then I can't get poison counters, so it just doesn't do damage. But if it's equipped with a sword, it technically does damage. The damage just doesn't result in anything, and you trigger the sword.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty intuitive. What do you end at, 26?
25, because I cracked a fetch.
Oh, sure. Well, that's silly.
And then I'll pass the turn.
That's really silly. Okay, I'll untap. Spellscape doesn't do anything to equip, right? Because you can't
Correct.
equip
Because
to...
well, you can always activate Spellscape. Yeah, it won't do anything.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
you can only equip creatures you control.
That's what I thought. All right, so I have Ornithopter, Cranial Plating, Equip Plating to this, and get in there with these two. Maybe this as well. We'll see how big. You got a total of 5, 6, 7. It's got to be bigger than that, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is only a 6/6, huh?
Yes.
So I could make it a 7/7 and you trade everything for it? Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm currently at 25.
25, yep.
And these are both 6/6s.
Yep.
And this thing's an 8/2.
Yeah, probably going to be 9.
So that'll be 9 and 6, be 15, put me to 10, I gain 2, I go to 12. Yeah, I guess that is tenable, so yeah, I will just jump there.
One more. I'll pump this.
Yep, so I'm going to end at 12, because this is a 9 and this is a 6.
I'll take your word for it.
So I'm at 10, then I gain back 2 from the persist on Finks, go to 12. Yep. You gain 9.
9, right?
So
okay.
you're 27.
Okay, and I'll pass to you.
Oh, sorry, this doesn't get a counter.
Oh, yeah, it's just always comes back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. But yeah, now you need to put a counter on this.
Yeah.
And even if you put a counter on it with Gavany, it still just comes back as a normal 3/2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's put a second counter here, make a green.
Okay.
Make black, and
Abrupt decay something?
decay the plating, which is a good draw.
Yep, and now you have enough to Gavany
Yep.
on my turn.
Corey's turn. So now You only have 2 attackers I have to worry about. I have the Finks for those, so I guess I'll get in for 3.
Okay.
The Melira,
24.
24, and pass the turn.
So yeah, now my ground attacks are basically useless, right? Like it's not even worth it to attack.
Yeah.
Um.
On your upkeep, actually, I'm going to do the Township in case you draw Galblast.
Yep, I drew this.
Yeah. So let's do that. So this gets a counter. The -1/-1 counter on Finks goes away, and this gets a counter, and Wall of Roots gets a counter.
Yeah, so me attacking with Citadel is no longer a plan since I have these 2, so I'll just attack for 3 in the air.
Yep, puts me to 9. You gain 2 to 26.
Yep. And I have these 2 creatures. I'll tap this, and then I'll pass you.
2 more unblockable creatures.
Yep.
I just dead next turn. This is going to be 4. Yeah, I am just dead next turn. So let's hope I find Chord of Calling, I guess.
Chord of Calling probably kills me, right?
It gains me a bajillion life and then puts the Murderous Redcap on top of my deck.
Okay, and then, yeah, I can't poison you,
Yeah.
so it's actually just infinite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that do anything?
And Chord of Calling.
So I'm at 9. This is going to be 4, 5, 7.
8, 9,
Well,
10,
these will both
11.
be 3s, so it'll be 13, and I can only prevent 3 of it with a flying blocker. So
Yeah, you had such a good start, but you just needed the pod, right?
Yeah, I just needed to find
Yep.
something, or for you to not have 17 flyers.
I think I even screwed up one of the turns just not getting Etch Champion down because I could have just cranial plating if I didn't wait, but yeah.
I mean, I drew the decay too.
Yeah.
This would have been good.
That would have been probably.
I blow this up, and then your attack is for 2, 4, 7, 8, so it buys me a turn at least.
Yeah. But not after I draw that. Just kidding.
Here's the pod. Pod would not have killed you, though, because the sack outlet only costs 1.
Oh,
It's
okay,
an awkward
okay.
thing, but I would have been able to, I'm sure I would have found something to do.
Yeah, there's got to be something in there that just destroys.
I just start sacking Finks, and I can sack Finks, get Resto, I guess, and gain 4,
can't you just
get a blocker.
Seer and just sack Finks over and over and over?
Well, you can't get Pod, you have to go 1 up.
Oh, yeah. So, Chord of Calling, you would have got Seer, right?
Yeah.
To just sack over and over and you keep gaining life?
I could sack a Finks, get a red cap, kill your Signal Pest.
Yeah.
And that gains 2 life and puts you down to only dealing 8. Mm-hmm. So I'd be at 11, go down to 3, and then I just kill you with a Chord.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only 2 chords in the deck. It was definitely much more of an
Think there should have been
deck.
more?
No, like that.
Yeah.
You're just meant to be interactive, and
Sure.
hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of that. Hopefully, I get to cast the key cards in all my decks.
You know, at this point, I'm rooting for you to cast key cards too.
So I couldn't cast Gideon last round. Can't cast Pod this round.
Yeah, most of the time, I'm always rooting to destroy you in every single match, as you are as well. That's the whole point of being a competitive Magic player. But at this point, I just want you to do your thing, man. So
I had most of your stuff, like the big creatures, pretty well set. But
yeah,
your
you
hand
had the
ended up-
ground set.
and you didn't have too much of a clock just on the board, but then you just drew and played probably the 2 worst cards possible.
Yeah, and Soul was just like not it. Like it attacked that one time, and then I'm like, yeah, I wish that was anything else. So I think I am going to take that
I'm
out.
pretty good at clogging up the ground.
Yeah.
So even though it's going to be more vulnerable, I don't have that much removal. It's probably better for you to just ensoul flyers.
That's kind of what I was thinking towards the end. I was like, I regret ensoling this land, but it just seems so cool, to ensol that. But then you can just your only removal spell is still decay on the ensol. So
Or Solid Pride Mage, Reclamation Sage on the sideboard.
Yeah.
All things to blow up enchantments anyway.
Well, I imagine we both got a lot of things in our sideboard if these were some of the bigger decks in Modern. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with sideboarding here on Versus Live.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Melirapod and Affinity. Not a ton going on my side, just changing out some bad one-ofs versus some good ones. Sin Collector, not a lot of spells to take. Shriek Mod does not target artifact creatures, and is thus rather poor.
Yeah, I don't fear that card, that's for sure.
And then Scavenging Ooze, it's just a fine card across a wide range of matchups, but it's not great here, and we have better things to bring in. Rek'Sage, obviously great. Orzhov Pontiff, excellent. And then Slaughter Pact, mainly here for the twin matchup.
I thought you always just leave that in. I didn't thought you sideboard that card in.
But believe it or not, in that match, it was in my main deck, and I did the 15 in, 15 out, and I accidentally just took it out of my deck.
Yeah, okay.
It was in my deck in game 1 and then not in game 2.
That's what you get for being efficient and technically correct. The old 15, 15 out.
But so
I'm too old for that now these days. Like, I'll give you the equity of seeing I'm bringing in 6 cards. I don't
do it that often, but for whatever reason, I decided to do it then, and I don't think I've done it since. I thought about bringing in these Dismembers as well, but I don't really have a lot of room for them. You need to have a pretty high density of creatures here. We already have 3 decays and a good amount of interaction. So Dismember can be very awkward in aggressive matchups. I'm going to leave it out here, and we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, same kind of concept for me, too, is like you can't be taking away from the core of Affinity too much, or your deck just doesn't function. So while we're bringing in some removal and stuff, I got to take out the other cards that's just not an artifact. This is more a facilitator. And, well, to be honest, Ross was saying that this ended up kind of being cut because it wasn't that good anyways. So
yeah, everyone was really excited about it, and you would see like 2 or 3 copies in a lot of decks, and then 3 months later you saw none.
It's just the shiny new toy, just like we're in right now with Kamigawa and Neon Dynasty. It's like some of these cards will not be seeing the final print here in a couple months. So then taking out a couple Mem Knights and a Vault Scourge, no real reason besides they just are some of the less powerful Magic cards. And then bringing in some Ancient Grudge. Whip Flare seems awesome. In that kind of board scenario last game, this would have been a messed up Magic card.
That's actually your best sideboard card.
Yeah, and then Torpor and Cage both are, both shut down the combo, so that's got to be for this matchup. Yep. And then Dismember as a colorless way to remove something. We saw how I had a bunch of Galvanic Blast game 1, but no red to kill the birds. And, this kind of takes that out of the equation.
Okay, Justin, we got any questions from the audience while we're shuffling for, what is this, game 3?
Game 3, yep.
Yeah, let's see here. Do my best to pronounce this one. Chalmers Vinson wants to know, in honor of Ross Day, what is Ross's favorite area of mathematics?
I was always on the discrete side of things. So either number theory or algebra were the 2 that I liked the most when I was at least taking courses.
Mine is addition and subtraction. Big fan. Big fan.
I gotta go with algebra myself. It's just like logic. I liked it.
Yep, I agree. Geometry, stuff like that, hated it.
It's still logic, but it's algebra's abstract and geometry is very spatial. And until you get into like non-planar geometry, which I guess still sort of spatial, but it's really awkward to think about. Like you can do geometry on the surface of a sphere, and then you can make you can imagine a triangle whose points are at the equator of that sphere, and then another point at the top of it, and so they're all 3 are right angles, but it's still a triangle. So in spherical geometry, the internal angles of a triangle sum to greater than 180, and then in was it hyperbolic geometry because it's concave instead of convex, then they're less than 180 degrees.
I like that you were just completely unfazed with my fake snoring too. You're like, I'm so used to his BS. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my hand though.
Okay. Yeah. This seems fine. I'll keep.
Okay. I'm going to start by getting a Temple Garden, going to 17 and playing a Noble.
Okay.
That's the turn.
All right. You go to 17. I will untap. I have a kind of messed up draw here. I'll go like this.
Actually, I'm going to get Overgrown Team, actually.
Okay.
You can...
All right. Then I have these 0 drops, and then an Arcbound Ravager. Is that good? Not bad. I guess the rest of my hand is not very good, though, so I'll pass to you.
Okay.
I can make this Arcbound Ravager large, though. Large and in charge.
Let's play Catacombs and Decay the Ravager.
Decay the Ravager. Rude. I'm for sure going to sack itself to put on an Ornithopter, but I'm debating if I want to just sack Ornithopter and then make one big Ornithopter. And I think with how my hand is, I'm going to do that. So 2, then sack itself, and then I get 3 here,
No,
right?
you only get 2.
Oh, okay. I don't
The
know
extra counter is when you're sacking one Ravager to another.
Gotcha, because it modulates. It
Yeah,
has the
yeah.
extra one. All right.
Yeah, when you sack Ravager to itself, then the modular is going to happen before the ability resolves. The ability
Okay.
can't ever resolve.
Makes sense.
Pass the turn.
All right, well, then this draw is definitely not as good. And that was not a good draw. I'm going to play Glimmer Void and attack for 2.
I'm at 15.
Pass to you.
End step, I will go to 14.
Okay.
And get a tap Temple Garden.
I wish I had one of those Ensoul artifacts right now. All right, Ross, I think this is your game to win.
I certainly hope so. But, you know, I've been bitten before.
Yeah. You've been near the victories or the finish line before and struck down in your prime.
Oh, that was a good draw.
Ruh-roh.
I'll pay 2 life and play a pod.
There you go. You did it.
I'm at 12.
Okay.
You can go.
All right. No lands, huh? Okay. I don't think I have too much of a choice besides just trying to keep you off stuff. So,
10.
yeah, put you to 10. And then I'm going to play the most sad Whip Flare. I was hoping that was going to be a better card. And I'll play Glimmer Void and Signal Pest. Pass to you. I just got to hope to top deck some big spell. Ravager, put you out of your misery. So you can play a 1-drop and pay 2 to sack it into a 2-drop. Or if you have a land, 2-drop to sack it into a 3.
I will play Birds and Viscera Seer.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Come on. Big draw. Okay. Well, I haven't mathed yet, but this might have been a good draw. I will for sure sack this and play another Mox. 1, 2, so I can make this 4, and then I can put 4 counters onto something.
You can also attack, trigger this, sack afterwards.
Yeah.
So you can end up getting 5 on this, plus a pump from the Signal Pass.
So I think I'm forcing you to block with the birds, is what I'm guessing.
It's only 8. I'm at 10.
Oh, okay. So 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll just take it. It's 3 right now. Usually you just say take 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm
Put
at
you to 7, and I'll pass to you. It's like I was close to a really good draw. Oh, it's still good, of course, but I feel like you can do some things now.
So I'm at 7.
7 life points. And I have a cranial plating on top that you got to play around. With how your day's been going, I'm sure it is cranial plating, you know? Oh, I've missed you, Mox Opal. What a magic card. I'm guessing you're one off from something.
Jesus Christ.
Don't make fun of me, chat. I was like, I've been resisting the urge to pick this up and read it because I know chat's going to torch me here, but I didn't play with it. Only as a sorcery. Okay. That'd be messed up if that was an instant, huh?
I'm gonna pay 2 life, go to 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna pod this bird into a wall of roots.
Okay. So maybe trying to play a kitchen finks here or something.
Then I'm gonna add a counter to it, make black-white, and play Orzhov Pontiff, and give -1/-1 to your creatures.
Okay, I'll for sure sack this. Or what if I... Oh, wait a minute. So So if I go sack, up to 4 counters, place all the counters to here, that would be a lethal, eh? I'll sack to here.
Yep.
And it's at the beginning of... Oh, I'll still have artifacts. What can you have for 1 green mana? All right, sack itself. Put them over here. It's lethal there, so I don't want to give away all my lands in case I top deck plating or something.
So, well, I'm at 5, and currently this is 6.
This can't be blocked except by flyers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Currently this is 6.
Feel like there's something I should be knowing to play around here that I'm not. Nature's Claim or something.
Okay, pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep. All right, I'll attack.
Before you...
Oh, wait, this, you can sack it, huh? Okay.
Well, I'd have to sack it, then haunt one of my creatures, then sack that creature.
Okay, so that
would let me live at 1.
That isn't what I missed, huh? Okay.
It does let me live at 1, but I'd have to throw both these away to the Viscera Seer.
Okay, gotcha.
But before you in your combat, before you declare attacks, I'm going to slaughter back the
Ah, that makes sense.
So I want to attack for 2.
Yeah, still attack for 2.
Puts me to 3.
Okay, and I'll play Vault Scourge, which is actually pretty good. And then I'll pass to you.
Wow.
Not as good as Galvanic Blast, but still pretty good. Glad I didn't sack all out. But yeah, of course, the packs. I totally forgot about those. And this was the time when if you missed a pack trigger, the game's over. Now, like, yeah, you can go back, you know. You can be in your main phase. You can be in combat and be like, oh, you forgot about your pack. Be like, no problem.
I'm at 3.
3, yep. I feel like no matter what, you can survive on board, right?
Yeah. So I'll pay for pact on my upkeep.
Yep.
On my upkeep, I'm going to sack Orzhov Pontiff to Viscera Seer and haunt Wall of Roots.
Okay.
And scry 1.
Sure.
That needs to go to the bottom.
Okay. Oh, I think I see a sick play if you top deck a land.
So now I don't think I can sack the wall to draw. I'm at 3. Yeah, I'm just going to draw naturally.
Yep.
Drew a land.
Yeah. Oh, but then you can't pod.
That's fine.
Okay.
Um,
Because I was like, if you have a land and you don't pod, you can sack this for a 3-drop and kill this, and you gotta have an answer to an Ornithopter, right? But I don't know what Rex Age, I guess.
Just doesn't do it still.
Yeah.
I guess I had to. I thought I could set up the combo on you, but I can't. So I guess I have to haunt here.
Okay, sure. Cheater, but sure.
And then pass the turn.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's a Misty Rainforest.
You need a black source?
No, I need a white source. And there's only one Temple Garden in the deck.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's fine though. On your upkeep, I'm gonna crack this. Go to 2.
Okay.
I guess I don't have to do. Yeah, because I want to scry afterwards. I'm gonna need. Am I gonna need this mana? Just wondering. Like,
are you sure you played this deck?
oh, it was just really complicated.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It won't be complicated when I draw a Galvanic Blast.
And yeah, I guess I'll just get an Overgrown Tomb tapped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I draw my Galvanic Blast?
Well, still on your upkeep, I'm gonna sack Viscera Seer to itself and give your creatures -1/-1.
Okay. So
I'm
now
at 2, and you have a 1.
Ravager, Cranial Plating, Galvanic Blast. That's a lot of outs. Draw.
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna scry, but
Okay. You're not dead.
Master of Ethereum would kill me.
Yeah, nope, you're not dead. I'll attack for 1.
God, do I want to keep this?
No justice that I didn't top deck the Gal
I think I'm going to bottom that.
Okay, 1.
I'm a 1.
Go.
I love Inkmoth Nexus.
I don't.
Now,
I feel like I'm in trouble now.
so now what can I get? I was gonna get.
So you can get a 3
I was gonna
right?
get the card I just drew, which is awkward.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's like it's cheaper if it's in your deck, right?
Yeah.
Rex Age?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right. I literally drew the Rex Age,
Yeah. Still fine because you can just play it.
which I put on the bottom of my deck before shuffling.
Wow. Yeah, Rex Age is pretty
so
good.
My other option is to just get a Kitchen Finks, go to 3, but then I'm dead to a bunch of draws,
Master
extra draws,
and stuff,
Master, Ravager,
Cranial plating.
cranial plating, all that stuff.
Yeah, it seems worse.
It does.
I think you should just pay 2, sack this, and see what you can
I
find.
literally cannot. I'm at 1.
I was trying to get you.
Legal play.
I was trying to get you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll play the Rex Age and blow up the Ornith.
I'll animate this before if you want another target.
No.
Okay.
I also already have 2 other targets.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
I'll attack.
1 poison.
Can I? You know what? I'll go with damage instead. Go.
Love it. That will do, pig.
I'm probably dead now, huh?
Pretty soon. So I'll make a green with the wall, pay full price, and
Okay.
sack it. That'll get a Kitchen Finks.
Okay.
So I can gain a little bit of life.
Okay, put
Go
you to 3.
Give you 1 turn to draw a Galvast.
Yes, all I want is 1 more
And
turn.
I've got a Malira, and I'll
Okay.
attack for 2. Puts you to
Okay.
18.
18.
And pass the turn.
Oh, baby. Let's tilt Ross off.
Actually, it's not even good enough. You only. Oh no, you have exactly 3.
Yep. But I did not hit it. So this doesn't deal normal damage now?
Nope. Because it will have infect.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll try to give me a poison counter and will not be able to.
Okay.
That interaction is very strange, but
That is pretty strange. Okay, I'll pass to you.
okay, that's a good draw. I'm just gonna stay out of Galvblast range, so
Good call.
I guess I can start by attacking with Finks and Malira. Don't
Okay.
want to. Yeah, they can't get counters on them anyway, so that's I guess because if you drew the 1 dismember, dismembering the Malira would let you put a counter on this.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Let's just play around the 1 dismember. The damage is not going to be that relevant.
Good call. Good call.
So I'll pod here, gain 2, go to 5,
Yep.
and get. I'm not even sure what I want to get. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll get Ranger of Eos and search for Bird and Noble Hierarch because I just want more mana now.
Okay.
And then I'll play Bird
Okay.
and pass the turn.
Okay. I think I am dead. Play Blink Moth. And I will pass to you.
Okay. Got 1 card in hand.
1 card.
So I guess I can just do that. Yeah, I will play Eternal Witness.
Okay.
Return Viscera Seer.
Okay.
Play Seer.
I'll respond. I had the 1 of Dismember.
Played around it perfectly. Okay, so Malira down. And now I guess I'm in another turn where you can draw Galvanic Blast.
Yep. Had to give myself an out.
So I will attack for 7 or 8.
Galvanic Blast is not an out. You can stack Finks, right?
Oh yeah, because I have this here now.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's just attack for 8, and if you want to trade Ink Moth for something, I don't really care.
Yeah, I guess I'll block Kitchen Finks.
I will sack before
Yeah.
damage.
I was like, then I can top deck Galvanic Gas.
Game 2,
Galvanic
go to
Blast.
7.
Yep.
Scry. Land is actually good. I'll leave that.
Okay.
You take 5, you go
Sure.
to 13. Pass the turn.
All right, I'm dead.
Yeah. Gonna play a Linvala next turn. And just,
I thought just for sure, with how your day has been going, I was going to top deck Galvanic Blast at the very last moment. Like, I thought it was a given, you know? Up to you. Do you want to go on? That's 3, but it is 3 o'clock. So it's up to you for your last match, what you like.
Last match shouldn't be too quick.
It's up to you. It's your day.
Let's keep playing.
Okay.
I like this deck too
You
much.
don't want to lose the marbles already, yeah?
Exactly. But it's 2-1 right now.
2-1, yep.
Yeah. And if you win another game, it'll be really fast.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So I had the Malira in hand, so I kept trying to like set up a turn where I could go like draw third land finally.
Yeah.
And go Malira, use wall, sack the wall, get Finks, and gain a bajillion life.
Yep, yep.
But at that point, I was going to have to get rid of the wall just to stay alive with the Haunt trigger on Orzhov Pontiff. And so, yeah, I just got to get rid of the combo and just stabilize normally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was sweet. I don't know if there's something I could have done with the Ravager there. I think that was still best to keep the Pest alive. But
yeah, because then you created 2 threats.
Yeah,
I actually kind of like that. I like that play.
And I mean, it was just literally lethal. I was like, God, it was Nature's Claim a thing,
Yeah,
or was
I
it
just
just
had the
the
pack the
Slaughter
entire
Pack?
time.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll go first. Affinity on the play. I like that. Ew. But
I will keep my hand.
I do not like this hand, though. Yeah, I would mulligan that. That's just a really slow hand.
Can't keep hands
Doesn't
like
look
that.
good. I got the 1 flare, which is kind of nice, but man, I think this is my first mulligan of the day. Gross. Ravel. You got a good hand over there?
I have a reasonable hand.
Okay. I don't like that.
It's not great,
Okay.
especially in this matchup.
I mean, it's great in comparison to the hands you've been getting today
Yeah.
because they've been pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep. I have to put 1 away. I think my hand has a pretty clear plan here. And I think it would involve getting lucky, step number 1, and putting this on the bottom. Then I have a Signal Pest and a Mox, and I'll pass to you.
Thicket Noble.
All right, kill it. All right. Oh, baby. Needed that. Attack for 1.
I'm at 19.
Pass to you. Just to make my hand playable.
I'll play a voice.
Okay.
You're up.
That's a pretty good one, huh? Okay, I'll play another one.
Jesus Christ.
And I'll attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, my hand was 2 masters, and I needed the land, and it was the perfect one.
Yeah, I'll jump and take 2.
Which is 17.
17.
You get it one of these, and I'll pass to you. I'll be self-proclaimed as the Affinity Master after this match. Never played Ravager before in my life, and here we are. I played a little Hardened Scales, though. I can't lie. That was fun.
Go to 16.
Okay.
Get basic swamp.
Okay.
Oh.
Minimizing damage, and you probably don't need more than double green.
Now I'll play a Finks and gain 2 to 18.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
4, 5, 6. So you can't kill one of them right now.
They're actually 7s because they pump each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Ravager, make them 8s. And attacks makes them 9s.
Yeah, I'll block one of them with Dill in hand here.
Okay, not the Finks.
Nope.
Uh-oh. So you're going to take 9, 10, 11?
Yep.
Well, you might be dead. I guess that
Yeah.
really shrinks one of them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ravager doesn't add any power.
Okay, cool. Yeah, take what? 9, right?
9, 11.
Taking
9
11
plus-
total,
yeah.
you're down to
So I'm
7?
at 7. Yeah.
Okay, pass to you. Not blocking with Fink scares me. I'll tell you that.
Well, I have a pod.
Okay. That makes sense.
I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah.
So this is currently a 3. That'll be a 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's what, like pod resto or something? Like
that's what I was thinking, but I got to pay 4 life to do it. I gain 2, then blink gain 2, so I'd stay
you
at
just break
7.
even, but then you have 2
stay
blockers.
At 7, have 2 blockers, and then this is just lethal. You get to sack, like you just sack these 3 here. After it gets pumped, it's already a 4. This is 2. That's 6. So that's just 9.
Yep.
And all I have is just 2 more lands and a Revel Arc.
And I drew the anti-pod guard, but that's actually one of the worst draws in comparison.
Yeah, I mean, it matches up well against my hand.
Yeah.
I just needed it. If I had one turn.
Oh yeah, I mean, my hand was 2 masters, and I had this for my lands. If I don't hit land right there, I'm dead.
Yeah.
That was my keep.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't. Well, I had to block both because I was blocking with the voice both times.
Yeah.
So it's not like not blocking the next turn gives me 2 blocks the following turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just dead.
All right.
Just had like a reasonable hand on the draw, and your hand was great.
Yep. My hand was great, and if I missed that land drop, it was unplayably bad. I put an Ornithopter on the bottom, just a game plan. Had to top deck a land immediately, or like a 2-drop, something to do. But
But any 2-drop, I'm much happier to deal with.
Does this make me up 1 for the marble race? Right? We're 4-3.
Sure.
So if you win, we'll split the marbles for our stream room. We'll each we'll not even put a case on them. We'll just put loose marbles in our mantles or something.
Want to win a match with a deck that I like.
I know.
Apparently, I'm just not allowed to do that. I should have known what was going to happen.
You won one with one of your Ross decks, right? But
the first one with Gruul.
Yeah, everything was looking up. It was like your deck just destroying mine. Like it was all looking up.
I tried to get some redemption for losing to Affinity. What I should have done was just had you play like Jund, which is one of my best matchups.
Yeah,
just pounded you into the ground. It was also a very intricate matchup. You got to know everything I can do. You have no idea what my cards even do. It would have been great.
Yeah, I thought you got the memo. At least one match on Corey and Ross Day is a beatdown deck. When I played Green White Devotion against his Avdown deck, that's a beatdown matchup.
All of my matchups have been beatdowns, okay? They just haven't been in my direction.
Yeah. Ross Day is just you're glutton for your own punishment so much that you gave me the good matchups and everything just subconsciously. Being like, I deserve this.
The Affinity matchup was pretty close from what I remember. It just required very specific hands from my side of things.
Yeah.
And like your best draws, I usually wasn't beating, but that was just true in
Affinity was such a high variance deck, you know. But.
And if you like stumbled at all, or if I had like a good draw on the play, especially draws where I don't deal myself damage, like the only time I started on a Razorwitch thicket was when I had the one Woodland Cemetery, so it was really awkward.
Yes, of course. That's how your day's been. So we're gonna see if Ross's day continues for your last match. Do you know your last deck that you loved?
This is from an SCG actually. I played this deck in exactly one SCG, won the tournament, never played it again.
Nice.
Span heroic.
Was it bad afterwards? Or
everybody always.
Well, save the stories till afterwards. We'll talk on the next match. But we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with our final round here on Ross Day on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Justin in the booth. Say hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
And Justin will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. Today, on our second to last episode of Versus Live, we are covering some
4 more matches.
Yeah, 4 more. We are covering some of my favorite decks in my career and ending here with another SCG deck rather than the GP ones we've been featuring the rest of the way. Really wanted to play this one. It almost made the cut for the show 2 weeks ago that we did. And it's just funny to me because this was late April and we were driving out to Cleveland and I apropos of nothing, I was actually leaving. I flew from Cleveland instead of going back home after the tournament. I flew to Hawaii for a friend's wedding.
Okay, not a bad sequence there.
Yeah, so I showed up a day later than everyone else because they all got in on like Sunday. I got in Monday night, but I came in with the trophy and it was super sweet.
Yeah,
and leading up to this tournament, I'd been playing a lot of the Sidisi Whip of Erebos deck.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I started not liking it that much. I had like a pretty bad finish at an open where I think I might have barely min cashed and just didn't feel very good.
Yeah, when you have buys too, just min and cashing, it was pretty bad. Yeah.
And I was like 9-6 or whatever. It was not a great finish. And I did like reasonably well a couple weeks later at like a local event. I think it was SCG States.
Okay.
But I wasn't feeling the deck too much, but I had it together and all on the ride there to Cleveland, which was like 9 hours from Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's a long ride for this
one.
tournament. And I'm just thinking I shouldn't be playing this CDC deck like tomorrow. And you know what deck I think is really cool is the deck Tom Ross just built, and Tom and Todd played it for a while, which was Bant Heroic.
Okay.
And everybody kind of like Bant Heroic took a lot of flack from a lot of people. They just thought it was a horrible deck, or just in general heroic. Like
it kind of has the Boggles like feel, and people always think those are luck based decks.
But this one is a lot more. It's more like Infect.
Yeah.
But it's Infect that's not as all in, which actually makes it a lot stronger. But I do think the Azorius builds. There was also a Jeskai build that played Tumor Battle Rage.
Okay.
I do think
that
those
seems
builds,
too all in. Huh?
Those builds were missing something, and it really was just interaction.
Yeah.
Like they just couldn't interact very much, and that was a big problem. So Tom ended up splashing green in the Azorius Heroic deck and playing Dromoka's Command. It's the only green card in the entire 75, but it is ridiculous in this deck.
Yeah, because you get to target your own creature.
You get to target two of them sometimes. You can target one to get a counter and then another one to fight. So you get two double heroic triggers.
Heroic triggers, yeah.
Wow. Obviously, like making opponents sack a Corsair Kruvix because that's an enchantment is great. This was the best removal spell in Standard.
Yeah, Dromoka's Command was unbelievable. Like,
the best removal spell in Standard.
That was my favorite card to just outplay people because like it's a very tough card to always play around. You got to always have it in your mind.
And with this deck, you had even more options, even more ways to outplay people.
Yeah.
So it is incredible in the deck, and so it gave the deck some interaction. And then the other thing I think that set this version of Heroic apart from the rest is that the specific Bant color combination gives you two different white fetch lands. You get to play Windswept Heath and Flooded Strand.
Okay, sure.
And with that and the number of cheap spells and like ordeals that go to your graveyard, you actually get to play Treasure Cruise, which not a lot of decks in Standard really did.
Yeah, because you didn't fill it that much. Yeah.
So there's two Treasure Cruises in the main and two more on the sideboard. You went up to 4 in the control matchup, so it went really long.
Yeah.
So it gave the deck a lot more staying power against heavy removal decks than other heroic variants.
Seems smart.
And more interaction against creature decks.
And against control, you already want to take out Dromoka's Command, right? Like that just wasn't a good card against them.
What you actually end up doing is if you look at the sideboard, it's a lot of blue cards.
Yeah.
You actually board out the forest and bring in a second island.
Yes. I love that. Love that. I see some Stubborn Denials in there.
Stubby D's and Disdainful Strokes.
And there wasn't, like, the control decks were not, like, Supreme Verdict yet, right?
It was Crux of Fate. They were playing. So Verdict had rotated.
Okay.
So, it was Esper Dragons.
Nice.
Which was quite popular in this event, and I beat it several times. I beat Adam Yurchik playing it on camera.
Yep.
I beat Gerard Fabiano in the semifinals in an hour-and-a-half long match.
Fun.
It was ridiculous. But the match we're going to be playing here... No, I got to finish my story.
Okay.
So I really like this Bant Heroic deck, but I'd literally never played a game of it before, and I wasn't sure if I'd even have the cards. So I ended up deciding to try to get the cards together, and we did, like the night before, and I read Tom's article. I probably messaged one of them for advice about the deck.
Yeah.
And showed up the next day, had my 2 buys, and started playing the tournament, and I just won the tournament.
Yeah.
I think I was like X2 after day 1, oddly enough.
Okay.
No.
Not very good.
I was X2 at the end of the Swiss because we double drew in.
Okay.
So I think I was X2 and then went 4-0 double draw on day 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I
forgot it was only 6 round for day 2. So it was a nice quick morning. You're like, all right, I just need to go like 4-2 or 5-1 or whatever. Like,
and then
good feelings.
For whatever reason, I just gave in to the negative hype around the deck. I was like, Rogue can't be that good. I guess I got lucky. I think I just started playing like Abzan aggro after that.
Yeah.
In Standard, and I definitely regret just not continuing to play the deck.
Yeah, if you win with a deck, like you're obligated to at least test with it for the next one.
Literally never played another game with it.
Hey, I mean,
I played it in one tournament.
I mean, to be fair, that was me for the Grand Prix one with Infinite Cats. It got banned. That's kind of not fair. But Jund Dinos after winning SCG Philadelphia, that deck was just unplayable. Yeah, it's happened to me a few times as well. Yeah.
But really,
Blue White Control, that became unplayable. Yeah.
Tom and Todd were really the only two that kept playing it, but they did throughout the summer. I remember them going to the GP in London that SCG hosted, and I think they both top 16.
Really?
Yeah. Both
And that
made
one was
pretty good
gigantic,
runs.
right? That was
I think it was-
2,600.
I don't remember how big it was.
Well,
but
it's
it was big.
outside our office. There's a poster that shows the 2,610. So I very much remember that because we see it every Tuesday and Thursday.
Sure. So one of the regrets I have was not continuing to play this deck because I think it was just actively very good.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And I'm just playing some Bant cards.
This is Collins Mullen, a very young Collins Mullen, made the top 8 of this event. I beat him in the quarterfinals. Our game 3 is on camera. It was very, very good. I won at 1 life. With one big attack with a bunch of mentor tokens and stuff. So really cool game. And this is just an interesting matchup because you have a little bit of interaction. You can play to the battlefield. You can race over the top of me. So it
looks like a cool deck.
Yeah, the games play out somewhat differently. So that's why I chose this matchup. So it'd be more interesting than just always I'm racing or you're just the control deck.
Yeah. And it just looks really cool because it's a lot of the cards from the Green-White Devotion deck, but just not quite all together yet. So you can tell like some of the pieces were there, but not quite there.
I'm on the play here. I'm going to keep this hand. Oh, it's not great.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try it as well.
Lead on Temple of Enlightenment.
Okay.
Scry. I will keep that on top.
Okay. You're enlightened. All right. So I think I fetch here. I'm going to give myself a little look. I think just Forest is fine here. I'm mostly a green deck. So yeah,
it's really a Selesnya deck that splashes for Ojutai and some counter spells.
Yeah. So I'll just play an Elvish Mystic or Llanowar, whatever one was around at this time, and I'll pass to you. Oh wait, no. There's not a duel I can get, is there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then it doesn't matter.
I'll crack a Flooded Strand. I already have a blue mana here, and in the pre-board games, you rarely need more than 1 blue mana. So I'll just get more white. Go into 19, and I will play a Hero of Erois.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
And all right. Seems like a good card for your deck.
Yeah. Making those ordeals cost 1 mana is quite nice. Did not realize this card was reprinted at Uncommon in the Master set.
Yeah.
This was a rare.
And a dang good one, huh? All right. I will take 1. Go to 18. Hoping I have a Plains. Pretty silly if I didn't. And I'll play Master of the Unseen. Mastery of the Unseen and pass to you.
Okay. I will demonstrate the power of Dromoka's command. Let's fight and have you sack an enchantment.
Ouch.
Okay. Get a counter from Heroic, and let's attack for 3.
All right. Seems good.
You go to 15. Then I'm going to go to 18 and play a Lagana Band, a Trailblazer.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Oh, I'm dead. All right, that was actually a pretty good draw. I'll play Sylvan, Caryatid, play Temple, and I think my Dromoka's commands are a lot worse than yours. I'll put that on the bottom.
Oh, well, that seems like a good draw.
Uh-oh.
I will Ordeal of Thassa, my hero. It'll get a counter.
Okay.
Then I will attack with it. It'll get a 3rd counter, and I'll sacrifice the Ordeal and draw 2 cards.
Just a 1-mana divination? Okay.
Yeah, that put 2 counters on my creature.
Sure. I'll take it. 15.
So you take 5, you go to 10.
Or, yeah, 10, excuse me.
So we got 10 to 18. And then I will play a Windswept Heath. Let's crack it. Go to 17.
Okay.
I'm going to get up another Plains.
Alrighty. Yeah, that hero seems great. Seeker of the Way was not an option yet, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I'm in fact casting one right now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, another very good card in this deck. So that you could, if you had 1 prowess creature, 1 heroic creature, that was kind of the ideal because then all your spells are double pumping.
Yep, that makes sense.
And you were protected from a sack outlet if you needed to do that.
That makes sense. Then you're done?
Yep.
Okay, well, we have 2 options here. Think my main option is going to be this card up in front. Yeah, I don't know what I'm dead to and stuff, but probably plenty. I'll play Dragon Lord, and I'll pass to you.
I will attack with hero.
No blocks.
Take 5.
All right, I was like, kill me if it does it. Whatever. 4 cards, huh?
Okay, favorite hoplite, Battlewise hoplite.
Okay, I gotta read this one at least. Just
Read it.
more heroic dummies.
Yeah. This one's like the 10th District Legionnaire. It just doesn't have haste.
Okay, sure.
Gets a counter and you scry.
Well, looks like I will not be able to be doing any attacking. So I will play Sylvan Caryatid and pass to you. Defense. Not even that good of defense, though, because that hero is large.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I'm at 5 to 17.
You have 2 cards in hand right
2
now?
cards, yep. Both busted.
I will play Monastery Mentor.
Mentor, huh? That seems like a good magic card.
Yep.
Yep.
I will then attack with Hero Baros.
Well, I think I just have to block here. Hope you don't have a trick. Otherwise, you're just going so wide. I can't really afford to chump. So, yeah, I'll block.
Okay, I'll take a point. God's Willing the Hero. Trigger Monastery Mentor.
Irresponsible Valor stance it.
Jeez, I didn't realize you had Valor Stance in the main.
Me neither.
Well, that's a tilt.
Yeah. Had to bait you into that one to hope for the best.
I just so I'm at 16.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right.
Still not sure you can attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Well, that's probably gonna help. Let's see. I can probably tap this. I have a Courser. Okay. Now if I attack, I at least gain another blocker. And then it resets this. So, yeah, I think I'll try it this time.
I'll go to 11.
All right. What do I... Top 3?
3.
Do you get to see them all?
You get to see the top... oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's still your top card until you select.
Okay, gotcha.
And so you don't get to see what's under until you...
And then you
until
get to see
choose.
it, though, right?
Yeah, you reveal... or no, you put any of them.
Okay. All right. So I'll put this.
Yeah.
And then
One in
bottom,
your hand,
right?
Let's go to the bottom. Now we reveal.
All right. Then I will play land, gain a life,
You're at 6.
and morph. Could be anything. Pass to you.
Okay, that was the best draw.
Uh-oh. Drugs command?
Okay, second best draw. Yeah, Daroka's command and you just be dead.
Yeah.
Have you sack an enchantment and fight this down.
Yeah.
So the question is what I want to target with it. And I could diversify by going for the Lagana band, but I think I'd rather scry and hit another spell. So I'm going to Defiant Strike the
Defiant
Battle-Wise
Strike, okay.
Hoplite. That'll get me another Monk token. These all get bigger.
Okay.
So we got 1 Prowess trigger going on.
Brick,
Scry 1.
brick,
I'll
brick.
keep this Ordeal of Thassa.
That's probably pretty good.
I will...
Honestly, everyone's going for you at this point after your first couple matches.
So I do actually have to pay full price because the hero's gone.
Full retail, yep.
So let's... Yeah, well, yeah, I need another counter on it, so I get to draw cards immediately.
Okay.
So
yeah,
this-
because when you attack, it triggers,
Yep.
right?
So another prowess, another token,
Okay.
another counter, and a scry. Confluence can go to the bottom, and now you're at 6. These are 4s. This is a 3. Yeah, I'm going to attack with these 4. This will get another counter when I attack. Sacrifice, draw 2.
Okay. May I block?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to keep Courser around if possible. And everything else is just chump blocks, huh? So with that being the case, I could like double block here, right? This doesn't have any secret ability.
It is a 5/5.
Okay, I could also double block Monastery Mentor. All of these situations are bad.
Might want to avoid picking up the morph from the top.
Yeah.
I suspected it was a Deathless
Yeah.
Raptor, but you never know. It could be a Den Protector.
Yeah,
that you
Den
found.
Protector would be a lot better right now, that's for sure.
You probably wouldn't be willingly putting it in front of something if it were, but
yeah,
that's
or
it.
I would, and then on tap get Valorous stance. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, can I just say it's a Den Protector? That would be a lot better for me right now. Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad. Let's try to go here.
You at least need to block 2 others.
Yeah. What does this even do?
It's a 3/3 Death Toucher.
You return this from your graveyard to the battlefield face. Okay, so I definitely want to block with that, I suppose. So, yeah, we'll block like this and then take 4.
So you're going to go to 2 and I'll go to 15?
Yep. And these die. Surprise, it's a raptor.
I'm going to go to 14 post-combat and play a favorite hoplite.
Okay.
So you're at 2, I'm at 14, you're up.
All right. A draw. Gain 1.
Okay, so you're at 3.
So I'm dead on board, so I have to go for something that's probably not in my deck.
Yeah, even with 4 blockers, right? 3, 4, yeah, that's 4 creatures coming through.
So I think I need like a den protector here.
Yeah, so I go to 9.
Okay, and top 3 for me.
Denny P.
Nope, I'm dead. Yeah, just fleece main line. I
I've
don't even think den protector would have done it, to be honest.
Not against the Dromcom I drew.
Yeah, no kidding. What did you call that card?
Huh? Dromcom?
Dromcom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dromoka's Command.
You loved a lot of rom-coms when you were naming that
Still
card?
do.
Okay. Yeah, me too, actually. Who doesn't? That was always my tradition whenever it was like a long trip to a pro tour. I don't know why. Just every single time when I'm on the flight, I'm just browsing. I was like, which rom-com am I going to start with? You need that feel-good moment before you go in a house with, 12 other grown men and and you sweat for 2 weeks straight and figure out what deck you're going to play.
It's pretty analogous to testing for a Magic tournament, right? It's full of optimism and you hope for the fairy tale ending, but there's a bunch of hijinks and mistakes along the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And every testing house is just a rom-com. And then it happens to be with 14 dudes.
Exactly. And then it's either the perfect love story where you win your team wins the trophy, or it's some tragic love story that takes a dark turn and everyone does bad, and the whole 2 weeks are awful. Yeah, you're right. Pro tours are rom-coms. So we're gonna take a short little break. Or do you want to play 2 per year?
No, let's sideboard.
Okay, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be right back with sideboarding here on Romcom Live. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here between Bant Midrange and Bant Heroic. From my end, the 2 cards that jump out to me is Glare of Heresy, as well as Hornet's Nest. Hornet's Nest seems like the most annoying card ever to play against, on a deck that has to attack.
It is quite annoying.
Yeah,
it got played a lot during this era.
I bet it did. So bringing those out, taking out Sirach because it's a really aggressive card, kind of cute with Dragon Lord, just being able to give it haste right away. That's kind of spicy. And then Master of the Unseen, we saw just the blowout of that last game with Dromoka's Command. So 2 mana, do nothing in enchantment. When I can't pair it with Nykthos and Whisperwood Elemental, I'm out.
Very slow.
Yeah.
It's a good late game card. It does do one good thing in this matchup and create colorless blockers, but you already have 8 morph creatures.
Yeah, that kind of does it already.
Yeah.
Because I can block with God's Willing and then flip it up, even if it's pro-green or whatever.
Yeah, it's already blocked.
Yeah, fair.
You just can't declare it as a blocker.
Yeah.
That's we used to get people in Legacy who had Mother of Runes, like Death and Taxes players, but they didn't have a flyer. So they're they have a creature with a GTA, they can give it pro green, they'd attack. You would find your 1 Birchlow Ranger and morph it, and then block, flip it up, bounce with the Wyrwood Symbiote, and just do that over and over again.
That's some big brain stuff. I like that.
On my side, bringing in the aqueous forms is the main thing that I want because Corey's deck is so good at flooding the battlefield with creatures, especially with Hornet Nest post sideboard. I'm also choosing to bring in a couple Stubborn Denials as additional protection. Can be in particular, it's much better than a Johnny's Presence, which you see 1 coming out of against Glare of Heresy. Also very good at protecting aqueous form from Corey's Dromoka's commands. Very awkward when I aqueous form a creature and attack, and you have Hornet Nest in play, and you just go before block, sack an enchantment, put a counter on my Ojutai, and then block with my Hornet Nest.
Yeah, I hope to see these. If I get these, it's probably going to be a good sign for me, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going to bring in a couple Stubborn Denials. The cards I really want to bring out are the other 3. The Presence is just making room for another stub that I think is...
Yeah, that seems like the worst of the creatures, right?
Yeah, Trailblazer was at its worst in the mid-range matchups. It's good. It was good against aggressive decks because you just wanted a creature on turn 1.
Big butts.
And it can block. And it was good against the black control decks because they all played Bioblight.
Oh,
so it was just a 1-drop where you didn't have to worry about Bioblight at all.
Okay, cool.
And then the 1 Ordeal of Heliod, clearly here for aggressive matchups. I don't really win. You don't win in a race most of the time.
Sure.
So that can come out as well.
Did you just kind of copy the list from Tom, or you didn't play a game, right? So it's hard to innovate. You know,
This was all Tom.
Nice,
And,
nice.
maybe Todd had some hand in it. I know they both played it, but it was initially a Tom deck, from what I remember.
Yeah. No, Todd had some tandy in it.
But it was a sweet deck. I played a lot of fun matches over the weekend.
Yeah, it seems sweet. This deck seems fun as well. Like, this seemed like a good time for Magic. Like, obviously we're a Bant mirror match and two very different decks. Someone's like, oh, is it just all Bant kind of thing? But such different decks.
There was
and
Esper Dragons, there was Gruul Dragons, there was Abzan Aggro, there was other mid-rangier flavors of Abzan.
Cool.
There were...
it seems like a good time for Magic at
I feel like
at
there
that
was
point.
a red deck or some low to the ground aggressive deck, but I can't remember.
That was probably bad. I mean, those kind of decks have just been getting worse throughout Magic's history. Like, like the mono red deck in Japan that I'm sure you played as well if you were there, that Paulo won.
Yeah.
That was kind of the last time hyper-aggressive decks were super good,
Red decks also had a tough time given how popular Dromoka's command was. So they could just so often go like, oh, you're trying to kill my creature, like stop your removal spell, fight your creature.
And Seeker of the Way.
Yeah.
That was such a good card at this point that it's like you just feel defeated when you just have little red creatures and Seeker just gaining like 4, Okay. How's your hand? I'm first. I'll keep.
I will keep as well.
Yeah, mine's not great, but I will scry, and I'm going to put this to the bottom. I'm after a very certain card.
Oh, well, that made my hand a lot better.
Uh-oh.
I'll fetch and play a favorite hot play.
Okay.
Go to Plains.
All right. I will take one and play a kitty cat. Pass to you.
So you're at 19.
Yep, 19.
I'm at 19.
Even match.
It's kind of, I have a couple different options with my hand, and they're just all so dependent on what Corey's next turn is going to look like.
Yep. I think I have a couple ideas of what they may be, and some are a lot better than others as far as what you choose. But also, I don't know all the cards in your deck, so I'm probably guessing some of the wrong ones, but...
I just think this line is going to be annoying, so I'm going to take one and Dromoka's command, put a counter on the hot play, and fight, and then it gets another one from...
Yep. So that's what I was figuring, being able to kill
18,
the lion there with Dromoka's command is pretty good. Yep.
Here it's 18 to 16.
16. All right, and then I have the stance. I'm just going to do that now. It seems like I just need to get rid of that. Toughness, yeah. And I will play a land and pass to you.
Okay, I will play Confluence and play Hero, taking one.
Okay.
Go to 17 and pass the turn.
I guess I don't have duels, right? So there's no point in doing this right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could end up being relevant with a Courser.
Yeah, that's true. All right, now I'll fetch.
So you're
Go to
15.
15. Speaking of Courser, which I just drew, I will play that. See if we hit a land on top. And it's like, I could try to protect Courser in some way, but it just seems like a card that dies so often in these matchups. Then I'll gain 1.
You're at 16.
Pass to you. I will not block, because I'm sure there's something that blows me out here.
Okay, well, let's crack this, go to 16.
16 all.
Yep. Go to Plains.
Okay.
Most of your tricks just cost single whites. You want to max out on white mana, and the 2 Confluences will cover me for blue and green.
Okay.
And you have 3 in hand?
3 in hand. All busted Magic cards.
I will take a point and ordeal the hero.
Okay.
So 15 to 16.
This is, I mean,
Gets a counter.
if you weren't allowed to play Curious Obsession decks, like, this is the next best thing. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'll take
Attack,
it.
get another counter. So
Yep.
now you definitely don't want to block.
No, thank you. I'll go to
I'll
12.
go to 12. Post combat, I will play a Seeker of the Way.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right.
Getting ready to draw some cards next turn.
I hope you don't. All right. Flip this up.
4 in hand, and I know the Raptor.
Yep. All right. Let's go with a. Start with. Put a counter on this, and then these two fight. Okay.
We racing?
Yep.
Okay, I go to 12.
12 all, and I hope this works.
God's willing for
Yeah, I was trying to bait it out.
I
Good job not falling for that one.
So I'm gonna go to 11 for that. This is
Yeah.
the third counter. I'll scry 1.
Okay.
Land can go to the bottom for sure.
And then I'll pass to you.
Yeah, the Seeker was not that important. Definitely
Yep.
want to protect the hero here.
Yep.
Okay, attack, get a 4th counter, draw 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go to 6. Unless you got something else.
So you're gonna take 6, you go to 5.
Oh, I thought I was at 12. Oh, I took a pain.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm
So
at
you're
5.
5, I'm
5
at
to
12.
12, right?
Yeah, 5 to
Okay.
12 is what I have. And then I will play some creatures.
Okay.
Take a point for that. So I'm at 11.
Okay.
I have 11 to 5, and I'll pass.
All right. I'll draw. Needed that.
Yeah.
Well, kind of think I have one option here, and it's play this face up, and I'll pass to you. I don't feel good about this game.
Oh, that Death Mist Raptor is pretty annoying.
Yeah.
And I do not have a way to get through it.
Yay! I feel a little better then.
Ugh.
This is a pretty cool matchup, though. There's a nice little dynamic between it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll play a Heath and take a point for a Battle-Wise Hoplite.
Okay, so 10 to 5.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't even do that in case you Ojutai me, because then it's just a 2-turn clock. But I kind of want to go wide in case you don't hit.
Yeah.
But you're going to have another blocker. Ugh. Yeah, I'm actually not even going to cast it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm at 11. You're up. If I was at 12, I would.
Okay. All right, I'll play this. The old Hornet's Nest, huh? That's not really a good one. Yeah, of course I go.
Come on, good draw.
No gods willing, please.
Oh, that's a creature I can cast without taking any more damage.
Okay.
I'll play another hero. Not that it's that relevant. And pass the turn.
Dang it.
Hornet Nest gone!
I don't even know if Hornet's Nest is that good right now.
Pretty good with this.
That's true. That's true. But I maybe want to do something else to make sure I don't die to a God's Willing, because Hornet's
Yeah.
Nest does not really help
Another
me.
green
So
creature doesn't help.
I'll pass to you.
You got 3 in hand? And
3,
I,
yep.
I know 2 of them.
Believe it or not, the other card is something different, hopefully.
Pass the turn.
All right. Not sure what I'm supposed to do here. So I'll just untap. Come on! Well, it was correct to not do anything last turn. Nothing's changed, so I'll pass to you.
I'll play a Plains and pass to you.
All right, and step, I'm going to Dramoka's command. Doing what? I have no clue, but I at least want to cast it. So I want to probably just pick off one of these tiny creatures. This is 5 toughness, so I think it's pretty safe to, like, let's say, put a counter on this fight. I'm sure there's something that's gonna blow me out that I'm forgetting or that I don't know, but yeah, let's do this counter fight.
I want the lifelink potential around later, so I will Stubborn Denial, take 1, go to 10.
Yeah, you're at 10. And yeah, counter unless I pay 4, huh? Not much I can do about that. So, yep, done.
Yeah. It's just countered because I have a 4-power creature.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sweet. Loving this. Okay, well, I'll play this and pass to you.
Oh, that could do something.
Uh-oh.
I'll play Temple of Enlightenment.
Okay.
Nope, that's another creature. It's a pretty good one, but if I draw spells, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I will pass the turn.
Can I get a land, please?
Well,
Okay. Gain 2.
you're at 7.
Still doesn't really stop from that, but now I
Yeah.
can play Dragonlord Ojutai, and then it does stop, because then I can at least block with it.
Yeah. Then I probably have to use a top deck God's Willing just to make you chump.
Yeah.
And you have a Den Protector on top. So.
Yeah, so all right, I'll play this. I have to take a pain.
I go to 6.
I go to 6.
Or you go to 6, I mean, yeah. So
Yeah.
6 to 10.
And I'll pass to you.
Den Protector is actually really good.
Yeah,
because,
really is.
Yeah, it's going to get
Getting
you
back
to,
a Valorant stance or something.
It's also just going to give you a colorless blocker.
Yeah,
you
that
can
too.
You can attack and play around God's Willing.
Yep.
I would like to draw Aqueous Form, please.
Oh, is that unblockable and kills me?
Yeah.
Mm.
I would like to draw Aqueous Form, please.
Dang it, I had the other command too, so...
I had another stub.
Okay. Yeah, I had... Druggist command was the only thing I was holding up before. I figured you probably
you had either
something.
another stance or command or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
But that was just a comical series of
That
draws.
was absurd.
I'm just trying to draw like any spell.
Well, we probably got time for a pity game, unless you want to just chat and call it.
Let's play
call it
one
quits.
more.
All right, yeah, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, this matchup's fun.
This is fun. Well, I'll still be taking home the marbles. Or tying. So at worst, I'll be tying. You were up 3-0 too, and now
you
it's
just
4-3.
won the last four days. I feel like I've won like 3 matches in the last 4 shows.
Yeah, I think they've all been 2-1s.
Yeah.
Well, no, one of them I swept you. You're right.
yeah,
Yep, exactly that. All right, Justin, you got any questions before we shovel up for our last game?
Yeah, Mike J. Lilly was asking, Ross, do you have any thoughts on Rite of Harmony in Modern Elves?
What is that, the green-white?
Yeah, it's like the Glimpse of Nature, but it's whenever a creature enters the battlefield. So other like blink effects and stuff will trigger it as flashback. The problem, we've had Beck and Call in Modern for a long time.
Yeah.
That got printed in Dragon's Maze. And it's a 2-mana glimpse, and like splashing blue versus splashing white is the same thing in Modern, essentially. But the problem is that Glimpse of Nature costing 2 mana is a lot different than Glimpse of Nature costing 1.
Oh, yeah. And you don't have Cradle or something to go way over the top.
Yeah, you could try to play like Roving Rites of Itlamok and somehow transform that, but that's super slow.
It's all Heritage Druid Nettle Sentinel, right? Like that's the only mana thing.
Yeah, and you do have Wire
and that's all green instead of green-white. So yeah, that's a big cost.
Yeah. So you end up, and so you just can't do as much as quickly with cards like that. I think with Rite of Harmony, you end up you should probably start trying to combo with like these new cards from Kamigawa, like if you can set up
all the sagas
that transform and then enter as a creature, and just respond to the trigger because it's an instant with Rite of Harmony, then you can do some cool stuff there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem quite ready for Modern.
Yeah, like it's still just like a 2 mana draw 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Right? And that, Modern is really powerful right now.
I mean, Serum Visions right now is unplayable. I think Preordain would probably still be unplayable in this modern day format,
I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe not. But yeah, just cantrips are not good right now, and that's kind of a cantrip, but a little slower, Dedicating your turn to just drawing cards right now is not really what Magic is about in Modern.
If you're trying to, go beyond it just being a sort of super cantrip and turn it into a real combo card, there's so much good cheap disruption that the combo decks are just having a hard time.
Yeah.
Unless they're ones that are all sort of locked into one card, like just Primeval Titan.
Yeah.
In Amulet, and or combo decks that have another plan like Creativity.
Yeah.
So
what you really need is
not a
2
fan.
Felidar Guardians with that, and just blink, 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 draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. That's a lot of mana, but
Better have another. Oh, you can stop the loop with a land. So by targeting a land, right? Because eventually you want to stop the loop so you don't deck.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you can even start that with Ephemerate. If you have 2 cats in play, you start it with Ephemerate, and then you can find something that wins the game. Grape Shot, I guess, right? No, because I guess that you're not actually casting a bunch of spells. But.
Yeah. I don't.
Anyways, I'll keep.
I have a no lander, so I will mulligan.
Excellent.
Got another question there, Justin. This is a 22 land deck too.
That's all the questions I have right now, but there's a lot of people saying they're going to miss you guys and how much you mean to them.
Oh, we love
Thank
you.
you all.
We love you. We appreciate it. We'll do something. We'll do something together,
Yeah. We live reasonably close.
Exactly. We'll do some fun type of content together eventually. But we're both procrastinators, so I'll quote you and say it'll be happening soon. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Good. I want to end this by smashing you. That just to leave a good taste in my mouth.
I'll try it, even though it's a heinous hand.
All right, I got one of these.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Mox Emerald. Don't lead on a favorite hop.
Mox Emerald with legs. All right. Well, I don't really have a good follow up, so I'll pass to you. That was supposed to be a Courser.
I will attack for 1.
Okay, no blocks.
You go
19.
to 19. Pass the turn.
Okay, upkeep.
On your upkeep, I will. I'm gonna. I was really hoping that you would play the Courser.
Yeah.
And I had to.
Oh yeah, that would have been insane.
Oh yeah, this was like the blowout on the draw when they went Elf into Courser and you had 1 drop into
But
command.
now I can blow you out with command.
Oh yeah, I guess you can. I was thinking that like mine would be too big, but it doesn't happen.
With the counter on the stack. I
Yeah.
get
Okay, maybe I'll just let you have your thing. Seeing as you don't really have 4 drops.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll, even though now you just know what's going on. It's you kind of know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I will attack for 1.
I'll go to 19.
19 and I'll fetch this.
You're at 18.
All right.
Play Courser Crewfix.
Yeah. Just walk right into your face-up trick. No, but I will walk into Jamoga if you want to kill the elf, whatever, but I'll play this. Pass to you.
Ooh.
Oh. I guess you can still kill this because it prevents, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you an option.
Okay. I will kill the Raptor on end step.
Okay.
So I'm going to 19 for that.
Pass to you. Or 18.
No.
I
Oh, yeah, you
Yep.
attacked. Yeah. So 18 all.
Okay.
Draw.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do it again. Fight
Okay.
that thing. Attack for 5. I'm at
I'll take
17.
it.
You're at 13.
I got myself at 14 if you're attacking for 5. I think I only... oh, no, I took 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 13.
So 13, 17 pass. Blown up by a Valor stance that I had no way to play around.
Yes, sir. Pass to you. I'll take
So
1.
taking 1, go to 12.
Yep.
I have a Plains and a Hero of Erois.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take the point now to make sure I get this cantrip off.
Okay.
So I'm at 16. 16 to 12 and pass the turn.
All right. I'll untap. Don't think I'm going to effectively be able to block unless I leave mana up, so I'll attack for 3.
13 to 12.
And then I'll take a point for a Dragon Lord.
13 to 11.
Pass to you. Come on, Dragon Lord. Carry me. Carry me. Carry me. This card was always so frustrating to play against. Just hexproof when untapped was so good.
Yep. Very good card. Okay, I will attack.
I'm a coward, so I'll take it.
I'm at 13.
13. I don't think I can kill you on the crackback. Nothing that I can boost damage, but maybe do something like monstrous.
Okay. I'm gonna, before damage, counter and fight.
Okay.
So this goes to a 5/5. I take 1, go to 12. You go to 6.
Oh yeah, it
So
got 2 counters, right?
yeah, 1 from the command, one from
So I go to 6.
Yeah, it doesn't trigger heroic twice when you
I
target
just thought
with
you
2
didn't
modes.
put a second counter on
No.
it, but yeah.
And then post combat, I'll go to 11, a convenient number.
Yeah.
I think I'm just getting a plains.
Okay.
No, I think I'm gonna get an island actually.
Okay. Then you're done?
Yeah, there are draws here where if I like draw cards with a cruise or a ordeal,
Yeah.
I might want to hold up a stub. So
Yeah,
now I'll go to
fair.
6.
I drew a good one. I will take this magic card. And then I will play Courser. Huh! Dang it. But I do got a Valor stats. Take 1. Down to 5.
That is a tilt.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good draw.
Like, Dromoka's command would not have done it because this can only get to 5/5.
5/4,
toughness.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So really needed to hit a Valor.
The stance was there. I'm at 5, you're at 6, and I'll pass to you.
Temple.
of Tilt.
Another land at the bottom.
Okay.
Play a creature.
All
pass the turn.
right. Flip. All right. I will attack with just this.
I go to 1.
Mana Confluence is out of commission. Oh. I'll pick this Den Protector. I figured that's a good one with this, huh? All right. Let's see. I'll Den Protector, flip it up, take 1.
You're at 4.
Get this back. Get this. That's only 5. Yeah, that still puts me out of God's willing range, right? Okay.
You
So,
are
yeah,
out of God's willing range.
so I'll go to 5 and then pass to you.
You are not out of Treasure Cruise into God's willing range.
Oh, wait. Does that do anything different?
God's willing this one instead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because you're exactly 4.
Well, I guess I could have played around it by attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should have did that.
Yep.
But you know what? You deserve to get that draw. I'm giving you the out here.
It needs to be Treasure Cruise because I can't draw off of Ordeal of Thassa.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to get to 2 counters. So
I guess it's the same amount of life. I'll gain 1 and play an elf.
It absolutely
Yeah.
needs to be Treasure Cruise.
Okay. I'd fetch, but who cares, Chad?
It's
okay. There we go. I mean, I'm glad we got to play one more. Ending on with me a win, is always excellent.
Little
But
bit
no,
of
that deck looks pretty sweet, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how good Dromoka's command is almost
yeah.
every time I cast it.
Yeah. Yeah, that looked like one of the best Dromoka's command decks I've ever seen.
Yes. It absolutely is the best Dromoka's command deck. The best at utilizing Dromoka's command.
Yeah.
You should really watch the match I played against Gerard if you want to see how powerful this deck was against control. Like, both of our first 2 games went 40 minutes, and I won game 1 on, like, turn 20.
Yeah, because I mean that's what it seems like is normally the dynamic. Control is gonna beat these like all-in Boggle style decks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not always like that. It's a different dynamic.
You would board out your Dromoka's commands, you would bring in 2 strokes, 3 stubs, up to 4 treasure crews, and suddenly you have like 10 counter spells and 4 cruises in your aggro deck.
Oh yeah, like that out card advantage the control deck. So that's pretty sweet. So all right, that's gonna do it here on Ross Day, which was actually Corey Day because I had a blast with all these decks you put up against your decks. So Justin, you're gonna thank some subs, we're gonna thank some sponsors, and we're gonna head out. And next time is gonna be our final show.
Heptagon 24 subs. So
Our
thank
boy.
you very much. That was 24 months. So
Heptagon, we love
24
ya.
got to 24 just in time.
Oh yeah! Wow, how fitting. How fitting. We love that. Thank you, Heptagon. We appreciate
Thank you for that support. And we'd also like to thank our sponsor, Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, you can find their entire collection of t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers at coalesceapparel.shop. And be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase.
Absolutely. And if you want to travel to some of our Magic tournaments that are coming back, SCG Con has returned, and it will be back for SCG Indianapolis. That's going to be a team event, $25K we're giving away for that. Going to be really exciting. It is Modern, Pioneer, and Legacy. So bring your team. There's also a calling for Flesh and Blood. Just a ton of Magic you can be playing as well. A lot of cool stuff going on there. So go to StarCityGames.com to find some more information on all the cons.
Yep. And next order of business is selling cards, because Star City Games is always buying, and the process has never been easier because there's so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards in and let SCG do the work for you. You can make an appointment and come into the store if you live nearby to do your business in person. You can go to one of the SCG cons like Indianapolis coming up and sell cards at the dealer booth there. And if your collection is big enough, you can make an appointment to have Star City Games that come to you. So pick whichever option works best for you, and do keep in mind that all trade-ins for store credit will receive a 30% bonus.
Absolutely. And next order of business is the SCG sale, and this is the most important one, to be honest. 15% off all lands, non-basic or basic. You need lands to cast stuff. Yep. So that's the building blocks to every single deck. I guess I shouldn't say every deck. And you're going to come up with some smart mouth, I don't need lands in this deck. But if you want to get some...
Oops, all spells.
Yeah, there we go. Oops, you did it again. So that is our sale for this time. If you want to pick up some maybe cool unhinged land or any kind of duels or something, this is the week to do it. Go to StarCityGames.com/sale to get some more information on that. And remember, this sale does end Sunday at 11:59 p.m.
Did you know I once wrote an article that was entirely about playing more lands?
I mean, we've been yelling at our viewer-submitted shows to always play one more land, so yeah.
And that article is actually one of the articles that I reference in my current article.
Yeah, your current and final, right?
That went live today. A little retrospective on some of my favorite pieces over the years. And the article about playing more lands is called Embrace the Flood.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, especially, I mean, honestly, when you wrote it, it probably wasn't as true as it was now. It only got more, because lands are now double spells, stuff like that, so now it's more correct to play about that 50-50 ratio,
I wrote about it when it was really getting there, and it just only continued along that direction.
Yeah, I gotta love it.
It's even more true today than it was then.
Check out Ross's final article there. We're just throwing nostalgia at you here for our final pieces. So
we're gonna start playing the Alanis Morissette song, that's the Dogs. What's the graduation song? Like, will you remember me?
Yeah, that'll be our final match for Thursday. It's just us singing that. Yeah. That sounds about right. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. And we're getting to that point. Thank you so much for watching throughout the years and stuff like that. We got one show left. We're going to be playing our favorite PT decks now for that Thursday show. We missed one because you just had to be sick. How selfish of you.
Just unlucky, I guess.
Unlucky.
Which, shouldn't surprise any of you.
Exactly. So we're going to be playing one more. We're going to kind of share this one as far as our favorite Pro Tour decks go, or maybe some of our favorite PTQ decks.
It's good because I've played a lot of stinkers at Pro Tours.
Yes. Well, that sounds like that would have been 2 Corey days in a row again then. So you really robbed me of that. One last dagger to me, huh? Just grab that knife out of my back and then we'll carry on, okay?
All of the good decks that I've played at Pro Tours have been entirely uninteresting, reasonable stock decks that I went 7-3 with.
Yeah, that's some exciting stuff. I mean, I've had a lot of really good 8-2, 9-1 records, but I would not be featured in the top 8 because I'm bad with 40-card decks. So yeah, mine are all kind of sad as well too. So we're gonna have a nice sad final Pro Tour day here on Versus Live on Thursday. So that's gonna do it for us, y'all. For Corey, for Ross, we'll see you Thursday for our final show.